stream yet. Hello, world and sister.
Hello, world.
Hello. I feel like
And
there's
sister. You got those backwards.
I feel like I should have said like a reference,
A little preamble.
a little sisters, something, you know.
Oh yeah, a little hocus pocus.
Little hocus pocus, but I missed that, and
you
now the whole awkward ramble is live to the world.
Do you
but
think we can restart the stream?
Stop, redo. We could, but we won't.
We would lose that no viewer we had.
Yes. So today we are going to be tasting vegan Halloween candy, and well, I think there might be some caveats, but vegan approved Halloween candy.
If we're eating it for Halloween, it's Halloween candy.
And pre-Halloween candy. And yeah, tasting. Because also, like, as always, we don't want to just hop straight into that because we never see each other except for on stream. So we got to chat and also, like, try things that aren't the vegan candy. So I don't. You're like,
I just like noticed I was fondling it like
hypnotized.
Baggins. Why shouldn't I eat it?
Precious. Yeah. Okay. So Bilbo. Yeah, you're fondling the Cocomel's. Are you able to resist that?
I'm able to resist. I think they should not be first.
It's here in your pocket. Okay, so you can resist for a little bit.
Can you like make me disappear for a second? And I'll just...
Yeah, I'm not doing any special effects. But maybe as the budget improves, I'll keep that in mind. So, shit, what do we have here? We got a lot of stuff.
I really think we should start with the perishables because we tend to... I mean, they're not gonna like go bad in the many hours that we chat for, but...
Take them to the refrigerator. But I feel like this is... Let's just start
I don't want
here.
to eat it when it's all...
cold or hot.
Up. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to eat it in 2 hours when I'm like, this tastes like it's been out for a while.
So let's start with our cold items first, which are... First up, we have this... I have 2 coffee creamers, and I've tried one of them already. Sorry,
No dedication to the stream.
I didn't know that you'd want to, but then I asked you and you said yes, so... But it's too late. So this is a pumpkin spice Chobani oat coffee creamer, and have you tried... It says it's a limited batch. Have you tried any Chobani...
I don't think I've tried any of their creamers. I don't tend to use creamers because I don't tend to coffee.
You don't drink coffee. Yeah, so... I hadn't tried Chobani anything. I mean, I think
I've tried their yogurt.
Yeah, Chobani is not a vegan brand. It's just a mainstream brand that does yogurt typically, and they've expanded to other dairy and now non-dairy. And I don't know how new this is because I'll have to be honest, I haven't been to like a mainstream grocery store in like quite a while, but I was at Safeway and found this. So
no kidding.
Let's
I think our Safeway up here doesn't have great vegan options. Like I'll go get some non-dairy cheese and they're like, "Oh, do you want Daya the end?" And I'm like,
yeah, I feel
there's
like
so many options.
Safeway is like getting better. Anyway, this is literally just a creamer, so it's meant to go into your You can have it. I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh yeah, you've had this one already.
I have tried this one. I haven't tried it just straight up like...
I like that this cup makes me feel like a giant. That's very sweet.
That was my takeaway too. It is, and the sweetness like keeps coming to me. It's all up in my mouth. That's what it is.
There's a flavor I don't like in the very background.
Oh.
It's not quite oat, but it's maybe like
dipotassium phosphate, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Is that a hint of could be some rapeseed oil?
I know
Canola oil.
I know what that tastes like. That's fine.
I
wouldn't notice it in coffee. You know,
the background
tasty.
flavor.
It doesn't keep me from drinking it. But I guess if I was just gonna drink cups of creamer, this wouldn't be my first choice.
It would not be.
But it's not terrible. I mean, kind of a snoot.
Okay, when I had this, I found it almost unusable as a creamer.
Really?
For me, because it's so freaking sweet.
It's almost so sweet.
It's almost like a simple syrup. And here's the thing, like, for me, when I'm using a creamer, now there are people that use creamers and they just use, like, the merest hint of it.
Sure.
But I like a pretty decent amount, but I don't usually sweeten my coffee. Now, I knew that this had most things that you get that are flavored are going to have sweetener with them. And so I knew that there would be some sweetness, but this is really sweet. And the problem was it took my drink from being like coffee to being basically
like candy.
It was like a simple syrup drink all of a sudden with not very much. Like I was probably adding like a tablespoon.
Yeah.
So if you really, really like sweet drinks, man, get all on this Chobani. I think I'm going to have to find a use for it that is not actually as a creamer, but somewhere that I would use like a simple syrup.
Like an ice cream base.
As an ice cream base, I think
this would be too sweet as ice cream.
I think that would be way too sweet.
Can you water it down?
I
want
other
thing I'm going to complain about it. It's not very spicy. And to be fair, I think for like basic pumpkin spice, I think it's fine. But I like spicy pumpkin spice.
It's not a spicy pumpkin spice. It's not even that pumpkin-y a pumpkin spice. I would say it's a pretty basic flavor. But, you know, I feel like if they just pulled back on the sugar and they added a little more fat, the problem is, they're doing oat milk, so the oats are not expensive. Oat is one of the cheapest non-dairy options you have. So I feel like they should just increase a little more oat, a little less sugar, and I would be more into this, and I would give it another try. So if they reformulate... More oat? You didn't like the oat?
I don't. Well, that's I don't drink oat milk very often because I don't always want oat flavor, and it's hard to find oat milk that doesn't have oat flavor.
Oh.
I mean, I like it if I'm doing like oatmeal or cereal or anything oat-ish.
Yeah. But not. Okay.
But I'd never drink like a cup of oat milk.
I don't usually use oat milk in coffee anyway because oat milk. This is a creamer, which is why I gave it a shot. But like oat milk can, unless it specifies otherwise, it can get slimy. So like you don't home make oat milk and put it into hot beverages. You use it for cold beverages. So I was a little tentative and worried about that. And I have to say, it did not go slimy. So it's got that going for it. I was like, I might have to use it for a hot coffee. Or for a cold iced coffee or something. But yeah, for me the problem was it's way too sweet. So that's one that I tried already. But you had not.
Like chai or something.
It might be good in like a chai or I don't know, even like if we bake like a bread or something and we wanted to like brush some sweet something on top.
Sure.
I don't know. Honestly I was gonna give it away to someone. But I was like, well, maybe I could use it for different purposes. Because it's not the flavor that's wrong. It's just the sweetness level for me. So, well, I have to empty this cup because we got to try another one.
Yeah, you poured a healthy amount for creamer.
I didn't think about it.
Especially considering you knew you didn't like it that much.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just dump this little drip into my Earl Grey that I have here.
I don't like my coffee sweet, but I'll drink like a hummingbird out of a shot glass.
I mean, it was a different thing in a shot glass. I'm not opposed to sweet things in general. It's just I realized that I was
doing a whole stream on candy.
Yeah, it's just that I realized I was having a lot of sugar through my coffee and tea, and so I was like, I need to wean off of that for my own health.
Sure.
So I did pretty much successfully do that, and I just drink it now if it's just for fun, but not like my daily cup of tea or whatever.
Sure.
Speaking of which, what do you think of this tea that you're drinking? It's an Earl Grey. I actually don't know.
Fun.
What's your opinion on Earl Grey in general?
I love Earl Grey.
Good.
Yeah, I really, really like it.
I may have understeeped the Earl Grey. I'm not sure. I think I was pretty close. But the creamer in there is a whole milk. Andrew literally just brought it back from grocery outlet. I know. He went there, and that's where also this creamer is coming from. But it is a brand I have never heard before, and I think it's called Not something. Not something.
I don't find the creamer offensive. I do normally...
This is a whole milk. It's a whole milk that's plant-based, which I don't
Sure.
think I've seen before. I've seen it like as a creamer, but it was sold in like a big, carton, and it's just like a picture of a cow and then a big red X through it, and it says "not milk," which made me instantly suspicious.
I know why they're at grocery outlet.
Yeah, their branding is very unusually like aggressive for.
You're like, all right.
Yeah. So I suspect that the branding is actually what did them. I thought that this whole milk is pretty tasty. Like
I find it extremely inoffensive, which is a compliment for non-dairy stuff. I don't want to notice that I am drinking non-dairy like that one. I was like, oh, there's a weird little taste that's not quite right. Like,
yeah,
I don't want that experience.
Yeah, no one does. But the longer you're vegan, you become slightly less attuned.
Oh,
to
sure,
it.
sure.
So,
and to be honest, I can't remember the last time I had like cow milk.
Mm.
That was easily one of the first.
You're not
things
a reliable.
No, I'm not.
Non-vegan guest. All right. So that was that one. Okay, let's try this next one.
All right.
I've got to like rinse out my cup somehow. I'm gonna rinse it out with a bit of Earl. Disaster. Yep, that's
Things
what
have gone well. I think I'll just keep mine.
Yeah, okay, that's probably wise. Okay, so this is something called Laird Superfood.
No, I don't like that.
Which is, I don't know what I think about that.
I don't ever
I'm
like anything that
about
brands
a lot of
itself
things.
as healthy.
Superfood creamer, also called Laird. I don't know what I think about that. But it is pumpkin spice with functional mushrooms and aquamin included. And I don't know what aquamin is.
And what is functional mushroom? What kind of mushroom? I must know.
I don't know.
Okay, it's coconut.
Is it like, what are the non-functional mushrooms? Mushrooms that serve no purpose.
Oh, aquamin is calcium from marine algae.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Oh, no shit. Okay, so the organic mushroom extracts are chaga, lion's mane, and cordyceps, which I haven't heard, but I know lion's mane is supposed to be really healthy for you, and I have
cordyceps are in the exact same story. People are talking about the
health benefits of these magical
they're like
mushrooms.
the trending mushrooms. They are, really.
Sure.
So I couldn't identify them if I saw these mushrooms
I can
growing.
identify a line. Well, okay, growing is a different thing. I can identify them in a store.
I can't open it.
I got you.
This is a problem.
Do I got you?
Oh, God. What if the stream is over?
It's named after this guy, Laird Hamilton.
Well, I mean, good for Laird.
Where are the scissors?
How Oh,
I'm amazing.
it's because I'm not eating enough cordyceps.
Did you
so
shake
I can
vigorously
I
before
thought I
you?
was shaking decently, but obviously you can't rely on my strength, so.
Yeah. It's okay. I got you.
Okay.
It smells awesome.
It smells awesome? I thought you were going to say awful.
Well, it looks awful.
It's like,
It
it
looks
looks
like
like
chocolate
chocolate
milk.
Yeah. I don't,
And I was
I'm not
not-
going to be able to show this without dumping it all on my keyboard. Oh, wait. I kind of am.
I gotta say, when I smelled it, I was not anticipating good things.
I can't get close enough to the camera. Okay.
It smells like a pumpkin spice candle.
It
to
does.
me.
It smells good, actually. It smells just straight up like pumpkin pie to me.
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
No, it really has candle vibes for me. I don't know what that is.
Maybe a
but
pumpkin pie candle?
I'm really scared to try it. I don't
Okay,
know why.
cheers.
All right. It is so grainy.
I was gonna say, my first thought was it's a little gritty. A little gritty. You're gonna chew your creamer.
It's that superfood right there.
I actually think it's good. I don't know how it would be.
Hate it.
I don't know how it would be in a coffee, but I want to try it, and I would rather drink this than the other one, which is way too sugary. This is sweet.
This is sweet.
Like, no
I'm
joke. But the
surprised
other
you-
one, like, dried out, like, the back of my throat. It was so sweet.
I really keep searching for, like, mushroom or algae flavor, but it's pretty good.
No.
I could say, like, almost there's maybe, like, the smallest hint at the end of it if you're really searching. They should get rid of the superfood. I get that people are probably looking for that, you know, and like, ooh, there's mushrooms, cool, but, like, I would be way more likely to buy it if it didn't say superfood.
Yeah, and Aquaman scared me, but now that I know what it is, I think it's cool.
I like that they explain it in the ingredients.
Yeah, I like that too. And I like that they explain which mushrooms they are.
Mm-hmm.
It has Tahitian vanilla extract in it. It has coconut cream, coconut sugar, pumpkin powder, and then it has a decent number of like spices and stuff. So this actually looks like it's way more...
It's pretty legit.
Real. Oh, and it's made in Sisters, Oregon, which I have been to, and it's a super cool place. So, Sunday Laird,
with superfood.
I'm on board. I would look for this again, and I'd
probably buy it.
Purchase it. Probably at full price, not just grocery outlet price.
I'm going to make a tiny glass of Earl Grey with it, so I can have a pumpkin spice Earl Grey, and I'm going to see how gritty it is over time.
Are you going to pour better than I did?
Maybe.
Because I
pour better with the tea, but... the superfood is.
I spilled the tea, but not in a cool way.
Not in the trendy way. Just
in the klutzy way.
I made my table messy way.
Yes. I'm going to try again and likely fail a second time.
Oh my god. I'm going to put my cup down while you do it.
In case
But I'm anticipating a scream.
Hey, it was successful.
Huzzah!
All right.
Well done.
How is your Earl Grey with this creamer?
Much sweeter.
I don't feel like Earl Grey flavor plays well with that pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I agree. It's not great.
It's kind of gross.
I don't think it's
the creamer's fault.
But...
I just normally would not pair like bergamot with pumpkin spice. So I'm going to say this was failed.
I'm going to say they're close cousins because bergamot is like orangey, right? Citrusy.
I mean, they're color-wise... Oranges are orange and so are pumpkins, so in that way.
No, I'm just saying, if bergamot is citrusy, and in mulled spider, mulled spider, that's horrifying. And mulled cider, you use the same, like, spices as pumpkin spice. They're cousins.
So I'm still stuck on a mulled spider. They're cousins, yeah. So I'm okay with that.
Now the black tea, I don't know.
I'm gonna just chug it because I think it's gross.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Oh, thank you. It was just... We're doing great over here. Don't spit it out.
I won't. I've got enough usually I have enough self-control for that. Okay. Well, while we mop up our table, should we try the last cold item that we have?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, gross. I think I might need some liquid death to wash out my... I'm gonna open the liquid death.
Are you gonna show them, or are you just gonna open
sure.
it?
I'll show off. I mean, this is, like, pretty popular. Liquid death. Sparkling water. I'm a big sparkling water fan. I'm also kind of a snoot about my sparkling water.
Straight from the Alps.
Previously discussed. Based on bubble size is my snootiness source.
Oh, yeah.
This infinitely recyclable can of stone cold sparkling water came straight from the Alps to murder your thirst. Does it wipe away disgusting flavors?
They donate 10% of the profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. That's kind of cool.
I'm so distracted by their story. I actually don't mind it.
The bubble is an acceptable size.
I think so. I would probably...
Okay, so I got to the bottom of my cup, and that
all the
mud that you encounter is not bad tasting, but it's jarring. You do not expect to drink your liquids and then be like, chunks! Which is what I suspected would happen.
Speak for yourself. Alright, well...
Jamie likes the chunks.
Okay. Last thing here that was... It's not pumpkin spice flavor, but it's orange.
It's orange.
So it's
as previously described.
So it is vegan. It's so delicious. They have a coconut milk yogurt. So this is a yogurt, and this is the salted caramel cluster.
I really hate their name because every time I eat it, I'm like, this is so delicious, and then I hate them.
Have you had this before?
I haven't had that before. I just have had a lot of So Delicious stuff because I find it extremely tasty.
I'm not a monster, so I'm gonna lick the top of this yogurt unless you want to.
Licking the top of yogurts.
Is
that a family trait?
I think it's just like a I'm not a monster trait, you know? You got to lick the top of a yogurt lid.
David uses a spoon to get it off. Monster. I try not to judge him. Actually, he knows to give me the lids now.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's because we're reasonable humans. Okay, so you get in there. This is not good. Like, I'm also into, low waste, but that does not translate very well to tasting things online. My excuse is that if I detect something that isn't very good, I can prevent you from buying it, one viewer, and then that saves that waste. That's my story. Lovely. Good. High five. Way to support. All right. So anyway,
we're gonna get your little chunks in there. You gotta sprinkle them.
No, you've got to dump it.
Just dump it. Is there a crease there?
There's a crease.
Oh.
Woo! I missed all the action. I'm horrible at this. Well, this is what I did. Boop. And you can imagine how that worked. We really need to work on some improved camera angles. So there's chocolate chunks in here and some kind of, I'm going to taste one, a little crispy bit. This must be the salt.
Does it not say?
Well, it says salted caramel. It's tastes like one of those honey-covered peanuts or something.
Maybe I want the yogurt all over myself.
Okay, so we're just going to mix that in. I mean, I guess I should have tasted the yogurt part itself. The yogurt is fine, in my opinion. It's a coconut milk-based yogurt. I usually like almond milk-based yogurts. But, or coconut.
Cashew the most.
Like coconut milk, but if it's coconut milk, it has to be really rich and creamy.
I find that extremely delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is, okay, so here's a full-on bite with all the bits.
Yeah, the bits are where it's at. For one, I love texture in my food, so that's great. And the chocolate, very melty. You get a really nice chocolate flavor.
Mm-hmm. If you want dessert yogurt that is not even pretending to be remotely healthy,
yeah,
this is full-on dessert yogurt. I usually also do unsweetened yogurt, and then I'll add something sweet to it. So this is
it's pretty sweet.
I'm not sure if this yogurt base is sweetened. It's pretty.
You know what I like though?
Tangy.
It's also a little bit salty.
Well, it is salted caramel.
Yeah, that's
so that would
stuff.
explain it. I mean, I do kind of want to keep eating it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. And again,
anymore?
not a huge chocolate person, so.
You aren't? We're eating nothing but chocolate.
So I'll eat chocolate bars, and that's fine. But if it can be a flavor like vanilla or chocolate, I'll almost always go vanilla. So cake, brownies, ice cream. Ugh, chocolate ice cream. Why waste good ice cream by making it chocolate? I don't know. I don't know why I don't like it as much.
That's weird.
And the other thing is I won't lose my shit for a chocolate bar either.
So you're more of the salty fan of
I'm
the
more
salty.
of the rich custardy things.
I'm gonna keep eating this.
Vanilla.
I'm addicted.
Yeah, it's really good. Does Andrew get any?
We already had one.
Okay, good.
Should we try more candy before we just make this a stream about eating yogurt?
Fine.
I did tag this under the social eating category, so I think we're okay if we're just chatting while eating.
Good.
Because that's pretty much what we're doing.
Yeah.
I also added the chatty tag because we're chatty.
What do you do if you're not chatty while you stream?
There's chilled. You can do chilled, and there are other kinds.
Was that where we just sit in silence and eat yogurt?
Maybe with some cool mood lighting or...
Like music, maybe?
I don't think you're allowed to spill tea, literally or figuratively, if you're using that tag, but...
That's fair.
Yeah, we could try a chill one sometime. We're both really tired and just be like...
Can we?
No, we can't. You and I are not a good chilled combo. Unless, like, one of us is, like, very depressed. And then...
Yeah, that's fair.
Are we gonna just eat the rest of this yogurt?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we talked about moving on, but we just keep eating yogurt, so...
Okay.
Let's be clear, it's just me watching the stream, so we're not, like, disappointing the viewers.
That's true. We can just sit here eating yogurt. I mean, that's kind of why we do the stream, is just so you and I can hang out.
Yeah.
And also have an excuse to eat vegan snacks. Oh, look, we've got a guest.
Oh, there she is.
Okay. One bite.
Hey, sweet girl.
Okay, you can finish it.
Oh, shit. You know, the
I think I've
problem is,
maxed out.
this section is all yogurt and no bits.
No, there are bits in there. I left all the salty bits. I went for the chocolate heavy section.
There you go. Thank
Threw
you.
myself on that grenade.
I appreciate it. How do you feel about chocolate and stuff? Oh, you know what? The other thing I don't like that everyone thinks I'm insane for is like
Cordyceps.
no, those are great. It's so super. No, like chocolate chip cookies. So much better without the chocolate chips.
Yeah, you're a monster.
They just ruin it. You're like, ooh, cookie flavors. And then you're like, oh, it's just chocolate. Like, especially if it's a dark chocolate chunk.
No,
Like, okay, if I wanted to eat a bar of chocolate, I would just eat a bar of chocolate.
I feel like this is a good time to remind the viewers that you're a professional baker who doesn't like chocolate chip cookies. Whereas when I was in high school, we made a class, I think I was in 8th grade, and we made a class cookbook. We each had to choose our own favorite recipe to include, and I included chocolate chip cookies. So that is the difference between...
Actually,
the only difference between you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I made a cookie specifically without chocolate for the bakery for a while.
And?
So good.
Did
and
it
people
sell?
who feel like, yeah, I had walnuts instead. It was,
I
was it
love
like a brown
walnuts.
sugar walnut cookie? So good.
Well, you didn't tell me it was a good cookie.
It was so good.
That sounds really yummy. You
Tammy,
should do that again.
It was so good.
Can
No,
you do
we
a
can't
vegan
do it.
version? Why
Oh
can't
yeah,
you?
I can make you some.
Why can't you do it again?
Our business isn't strong enough right now.
Oh, you gotta have. Yeah, COVID's
We
not
gotta
so
be
good.
lean.
Yeah, okay. Does a chocolate chip cookie make the cut, out of curiosity?
Not literally, we're a bakery. It's pretty fatty in there, but you know.
It's all about the butter. Let's be honest. All right.
Yeah, chocolate chip cookies. Still one of the best sellers. Not the best, I think that's Macarons, but...
Yeah, well, if you have the choice, that's like... I don't think I knew about Macarons when I was in 8th grade.
You know what? I also don't like Macarons very much.
What are you even doing with your life, girl?
I like cake.
I do too. Okay, but we're not here to just talk about all of the foods we want to eat. We're here to actually eat some foods.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be like a 5-hour stream otherwise.
I really made a mistake eating all that yogurt because I'm just
Are you
like,
full?
I just drank a bunch of sweet creamers, ate a bunch of yogurt, and
It's gonna be rough for you.
it's gonna be it's gonna be hard.
Can we please
Start
with
Sorry,
this
what?
Cocomel? And I once again
I felt like I
falling.
needed to do that.
I think this is the stream to do it.
It just was possessed.
Plus, it's like a cute transition from our sea salt caramel yogurt
Oh,
to
to
these
the
sea salt caramels. Yes.
Okay, I'm here for it. Do I have to eat the whole thing? No.
No.
Cocomels. Do you have the bag?
I
for
have.
it?
Yeah. Let me.
Can we give them a little,
It's
a little
under all
promo?
this garbage. Here.
Cocomels. These are like. Did you buy these at like full price?
They might have been on sale. I can't remember, to be honest.
They're not inexpensive.
But I was just like, look, a little individual Halloween candy. Like,
yeah.
if I were doing all vegan candies, I would definitely buy like I would mix things, and I would buy ooh, stretchy. They are very soft. I would buy a mix, and these would definitely be in it.
Soft. Look at that.
Because I love a good caramel.
Yeah. This was a really smart idea. If you don't get like a ton of trick-or-treaters and you want to do something, it's like a wax paper wrapper, so you just have like the one major plastic bag, but not a bunch of mini plastics that you're giving out. They're delicious. They are intensely coconutty.
I was gonna say so coconutty.
It's like coconut cream. So intensely. This is how I like my yogurt to be like intensely, not.
I got thick, damn. I really like to chew my yogurt.
It's like spray saliva. Sorry. Anyway, I mean it's good. And sea salt. I was like, I don't get any pumpkin spice. There's none, so that explains that. I also like playing with these. They're just like the right texture for playing with your food. If you're into that sort of thing.
I like that they don't feel like they're gonna rip out a filling either.
I was just thinking, like, my teeth.
Are you concerned about your fillings?
No. I'm just concerned about the state of meat. How, like, thoroughly I'll need to clean up.
Oh, we're for sure gonna have to brush our teeth like crazy. I was listening to this radio ad in the car, I think yesterday. And they're like, dentists talk about what Halloween candy is bad for you to avoid for your teeth. And they're like, so avoid anything too sweet or sticky or anything gummy or anything sour. And I was like, so all candy then. Okay.
You know what I'm giving out for Halloween this year? If we get it together enough to, like, carve a pumpkin? Liquid Death.
How many did you buy?
I bought a case. We're not in a super busy area.
How do you know?
I
moved
think
here like 3 days ago.
I think I'm not in a busy area. I have backup candy as well.
Okay, that's fair.
But I thought, if we get stuck with all of it, like, I can drink sparkling water.
That's true.
If it's like a 4-year-old who comes up, I'm not going to give them this heavy can to have to carry, but if they're like above a certain age, I will. I think it's pretty cool.
Will
and
you give me
recyclable.
if I come to your house?
I'll give you a can of Liquid Death.
Hell yeah.
So that's my plan. Okay, so Cocoa Mel's, I mean, those are a win. They're a solid. I've had them before, so I knew I liked them.
Okay.
But I hadn't considered them as a Halloween candy. So I think it's a great idea.
It's probably a bad one to start with now.
I don't know
about it.
I kind of wonder how much, like, an individual Cocoa Mel costs.
Yeah, there really weren't many in the package.
Is this all of them?
Mm-hmm.
How many are there? I ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's 6 over here.
9,
So
10,
14.
11, 12, 13, 14 in a bag-ish?
So there were 16, because we both ate one.
No, I counted the one I ate.
15.
15-ish in a bag. They might even say.
Yeah.
And if they're like $4, I don't know.
That's a lot of money for a caramel.
A single caramel? I don't know. They're good. I mean, if it's just for me, I'm fine paying that because I'm not going to, like, tear through them.
Sure.
But, sure. There you go. I was reading a meme this morning, and the question was, like, what foods did you think were, like, super luxurious, and then as an adult, you realized are, like, $3 to $5?
Sure.
I feel like Cocoa Mel's would be in that category if, like, I had kids, because I wouldn't buy them that often, and if I did, I'd eat, like, maybe one. But they had, like, examples of, like, Lunchables, or, kids that would get those, like, once a year.
Sure. Oh, are you kidding me? Like, we didn't get anything, and Bryce's family always had really good stuff. They had, like, what the hell were those granola bars with, like, the chocolate chips in them?
Oh, yeah.
They were so delicious, and she would always give me them, and I was like, yes!
Did you think that you were, like,
I'm
fancy
rich!
Yeah. That reminds me, Brandy always she had, like, Tillamook cheese at her house, which I was, like, so bougie, and I always was like, I get to eat.
On your Velveeta. Yeah.
We just had, like, normal cheddar cheese, and she had Tillamook, and I was like, it was so good, so sharp. I mean, now it's more than the $5 amount. It's, like, $7, but it's not that expensive. as an adult, I learned that. Of course, I can't eat that now, but yeah, didn't seem fair, you know? Yeah, there were a lot. For me, there were a lot of like drinks that, especially in high school, like a sparkling, almost anything sparkling and in like a glass bottle. There were kombucha wasn't a thing when I was in high school, but like
it wasn't a popular thing.
It probably existed in like subcultures, but it wasn't mainstream, shall we say? But I feel like kombucha would hit that same niche, but like the flavored Pellegrino, Dad brought some of that flavored Pellegrino over when we moved, and
oh sure,
I still was triggered by that.
You were like,
so fancy Pellegrino, which, you know, it's like $1 a can instead of like 50 cents a can. So
did you see that coffee Pellegrino photo that I sent you? Grocery Outlet has like caramel coffee, sparkling Pellegrino, and other similarly vibed things.
Oh my
and
god.
I was intrigued, but also nervous. And I didn't get them because that wasn't the kind of trip I was doing. But
we need
I
to
thought
go
maybe
back.
if we were going to stream
Yeah,
a gross out haul, then...
Did you say gross out?
Yeah. I hope you know their nickname, Gross Out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, because they sell like close to expired shit, you know, so people are assholes basically.
Whatever.
I know.
That's all that's in my fridge.
I found those. Did I tell you the one time they had 50-cent Impossible Burgers? They were like 2 patties because they were about to expire, and I bought so many and I stuck them in the freezer. Awesome.
Yeah, that's a genius move. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to do some grocery outlet hauls, because it's pretty fantastic, especially for vegan food.
Yeah.
Because people don't know. Like, you'll find an item that's normally like $8 and it'll be there for like 50 cents because people don't know the brand because it's not like Nestle or something. You know, it's not mainstream. I know.
Oh, well, I know I told you, I'll tell the world, aka me.
We had a viewer besides you.
So I was looking for that Forager queso fresco for like a month, and I couldn't find it locally.
Yeah.
We just are really delayed on getting stuff because we're pretty rural. And then Grocery Outlet had it for like $2. I was looking at spending like $10 with shipping, you know, just to try this cheese. They had that, and they had the pepper jack, and they had one other thing, but actually, spoiler alert, I thought the pepper jack was nasty. But the queso fresco, awesome.
You never shared any of this with me.
Oh my god.
I don't know how we're gonna
But
go
I
on.
shared... Oh, did I not give you a bag of queso fresco?
No.
I was thinking about it.
But then you ate all of it because it was delicious.
It was delicious. $2. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I made elotes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, now that I feel like I'm a little more situated in my house, I feel like I'm more prepared. And like our stream, it's rolling. We got great viewerships. Always have at least one viewer now.
Always.
The numbers are rolling.
Yeah,
So.
I went last week with Dave, and the selection, so good. They had the Good Catch crab cakes.
I'm not a like huge crab cake person. So.
You had them?
Oh, I don't know if I've had theirs actually.
I was just excited to try them. They were fun.
Yeah, I need to go. Andrew just went and bought a bunch of grocery outlet stuff.
Regular stuff or stream stuff?
I think it was regular stuff. Yeah, I haven't even seen everything because he literally just got back this morning and I've been working. So
sure.
He just told me, and I saw the creamer because he mentioned it, and the yogurt because he was eating one, and I was like, "Are you gonna share any with me?" And he was like, "There's another one." So I was like, "Okay." But yeah. Okay. Should we try the next Halloween candy? I guess the Yum Earth is just sitting like right here.
I think we should do the gummies, but my question was, do we save the candy corn for last? Because it's delightful.
We can.
If you're not vegan, then you probably don't know how hard it was to find vegan candy corn.
Yeah, good point.
I found a vegetarian brand, but it had egg whites. It is cool. They had like blackberry pie and caramel apple flavors. They're actually really delicious. And I was excited to be able to eat that. But then you had mentioned you wanted candy corn. And I thought, how sad. Because I love candy. I loved candy corn. I loved those stupid little pumpkins that were basically candy corn.
I'm way into, like, the classic, like, a Peep, which is not vegan now.
Yeah, get on
But,
that,
like,
people.
a candy corn, a Peep, like, I talk about not drinking, like, really sugary coffee, but sign me up for that sort of stuff.
Well, that's why the first vegan treats thing I got was the Easter one, because they had Cadbury eggs.
Oh,
and Dave had never had one, and I haven't had one in ages, so...
Yeah.
No reason, I just happened. Okay.
I feel like we can save this, but I feel like I just need to, like, caveat a couple things in case people are like, cool, learned about the candy corn, I'm out. There is honey in these. And there's also shellac. And both of those are ingredients that you need to know you're vegan. That if you're buying this for another vegan... I told you that I was okay with you getting this.
Oh, great. I totally remember that.
Well, you lucked out. I just feel like I need to add those little caveats, and we can talk about that more later.
Is shellac the bug one?
Shellac might be based on bugs, yes. But it's in, I'm just going to add this, it's in almost every single... candy that has some kind of like a shine to it. It's also called the confectioner's glaze. I don't know. My understanding is I don't think there is like a vegan version. Like if it says confectioner's glaze or shellac, I don't think there's a way that it's vegan in the sense like, but some vegans kind of look the other way. Because it's just like, it's everywhere. And I don't know. So I would rather they not have that ingredient in there, but I am not a vegan who is going to like die on my vegan sword and say, no, this isn't okay. Same thing with honey. Vegans have mixed opinions on honey, like whether it's okay to have honey or not. It's an animal product, but it is, it's something that can be harvested ethically without any death as a side thing that's kind of swept under the rug. So, but it's difficult, and some vegans just have the opinion that if an animal or insect or any creature is involved and there's profit related, it's just going to be exploited and not carefully cared for. So it's up to you. It's up to your vegan, whoever it is, to make their decision on what's okay with them or not. For me, I don't go out of my way to buy honey, but if someone brings me like a bread and it has honey in it, or if they, like you made me honey, literally just flavored honey one year, and I was like, that's fine. Like, I don't mind. And I also would be willing to support local farmers who are like local honey sources. I just think it's better to gravitate towards something like that, because if it's a massive company, I don't know, it's complicated too, because bee farmers, is that what they're called?
Beekeepers.
There's a word for this. Beekeepers also help keep the bee population up where it is declining in general. So there's no clean cut answers to most things. But anyway, I just wanted to throw those caveats in when I'm saying this is vegan. I mean, this vegan approves and is okay with it, but your vegan may not, because there are some like kind of on the fence. Vegan?
They label their bats as vegan, but it doesn't have either of those.
Yeah, this is not labeled as vegan. Okay. It's just labeled as without egg, without dairy, without fish, shellfish. So that was smart of them. They're aware of the fact that like some vegans are not going to consider this. But as far as I'm aware, this is the closest mainstream-ish candy corn you can find. There are probably like individual...
I think you can make your own.
You can make your own. There are probably like people on Etsy that are hand making candy corns.
Which maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Yeah. Maybe next year we'll be doing that. But for the moment...
I meant buying some.
Oh, buying some?
I don't think I'll ever have the energy to make candy corns.
But what if it was for the stream? Like if you and I were just sitting there... We'll think about it. It requires a lot of effort anyway, just to like get a computer out to the kitchen. We gotta talk to Bryce and ask how she manages her.
She just uses her phone.
Her phone is not a 5-year-old clunker like mine.
No.
In that case. And she must have better internet. So, okay, so we're gonna hold off on the candy corn after all that discussion.
I don't know, do you want to? We can eat it now.
Let's eat it now.
Right.
I feel like we just talked
Right.
about it, but let's do the gummies first.
Alright.
Okay. And the gummies, I just want to like run my eyeballs over that ingredients list.
Yeah.
Just for non-veg or non-veg people, gummies sometimes have gelatin. So if it's the kind of like you can like it's bouncy, those kinds of gummies where like you bite into it and it's like springy kind of, those have gelatin, and that is not vegan or vegetarian friendly.
Yeah. Gummies were like my favorite before I went vegetarian. And pectin is definitely not the same kind of gummy, but it's
gummies
decent.
are, yeah, pectin makes the kind where you kind of like, it gives it some chew.
Yeah. It gives it some thickness, but it's, I feel like, a little more brittle and less like feisty.
Yeah. Like your classic gummy bear, that is usually gelatin. You know, kind of springy. And your like dots.
Yeah.
Or like...
Well, dots are pretty chewy.
Like, yeah, dots are pretty like chewy, and you can also pull them apart and they'll like stretch as opposed to like snap apart. Oh, these are individually packaged.
Yeah, they are. Well, because they're for Halloween, right? They're for trick-or-treaters.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they smell so good already.
So, Yum Earth, this is Yum Earth brand. They're all about like trying to, it does say vegan, like right on the back. It's like big and bold in that list of like vegan, gluten-free, organic, blah, blah, blah.
They're allergy friendly, so for like, if you don't want to worry about what kids are coming to your house and excluding them.
They avoid like food dyes and things like that. Artificial food dyes.
Which I also like.
No high fructose corn syrup. That's the kind of brand that this is.
What's their sugar substitute?
This is rice syrup.
Rice syrup, nice.
And cane sugar. This one. And then pectin is in there. So the nice thing too is if you have a vegan who is like super strict with flavorings, there are also like red food dyes, some of them that are derived like carmine, and I can't remember all the numbers because I'm not super strict about it, but they're derived from bugs. So, you know, it's natural, but it's killing bugs to get it.
Mine are all vampire teeth.
What?
Oh, there's a bat. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I've got a lot of vampire teeth in here too.
There's another bat. Okay.
Holy shit, mine are like, what are the vampire teeth?
You know, and it only lists two flavors, or one flavor for the vampire teeth, but I really think I have two, or I just have one that's really dark.
I have a variety of colors in here, but it's not a wide variety.
My
this is
guess,
only like the pink and red spectrum.
My guess is there are 3 flavors, and anything can be one of those 3 flavors. Where my initial thought was that this color bat is that flavor. All the vampire teeth are one flavor, and then...
I think this is a bat. Oh, here, this is a pretty clear bat. Okay. I don't know if there's like 0 chance this is going to show up, but it's not a very clear bat here.
I'm glad they have the illustrations on. This one doesn't even
Fangs.
have, like, what is this? This fang is missing one.
I've got some...
It's just got one.
Like grandma's teeth in my bag, too. They're fangs of different ages, so... Okay. I've got like an orange and then some like pale pink ones, and then like a darker pink.
I only have one dark, which has got to be the cherry.
Oh, okay. I was gonna guess what the flavors are, but
oh, sorry. Don't look at the bag.
Oh
then.
shit! I was gonna guess orange for the orange one because I'm really creative.
Ooh.
Oh, but if you smell it, you know it's not orange. I'm gonna try the orange one.
That texture is nice.
This is actually surprisingly.
That's very flavorful.
It's not as like chewy. I'm glad that I confirmed that it was pectin because there's also carnauba wax, which is used in a lot of gummies as well. What the heck?
It's almost like a little tart also. Ooh, yeah, I want to try
it's got like some sourness to it.
Yeah.
It's peach.
The strawberry did too.
The flavor is perfectly peach. And
oh wow, that is really... Their flavors are crazy strong.
Yeah.
Dave and I just tried a pack of this like healthy gummies that were Sour Patch Kids. They weren't called that because of obvious reasons. You're like, is there a flavor in here? Like, it's the LaCroix of gummies, you know?
Yeah, this is like an intense flavor, actually. It was so like sour, but I almost was like, is it spicy? Hi, baby girl, what's going on? Anyway, so that is kind of interesting. Okay, and then our middle tone flavor here, this kind of pale pink, is...
these are all so good.
Strawberry. Yeah, that's what I would have guessed on this one.
I really like these. Again, gummy fan. But the flavors are really intense.
It's an intense flavor. Yeah. For sure.
And I like the texture. It's got some bite to it.
I like a little more of the stringy texture. A little more, maybe that's the carnauba wax, but
sure.
But this is good. And the flavors, like you said, they're like intense. You could also like just... with your adult beverages, put a little liquid death into a cup and
that would be
put a gummy.
Cute.
These would carry, you know, there's enough flavor there that you could do that. Did you try the cherry one yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're all over these. Ooh, the cherry one is good.
Yeah, I think they're all delicious.
Yeah,
They really nailed it.
Okay.
Like, is this flavored with real food? I don't kind of believe them. Natural flavors.
I don't know what that means.
Could be like food extract. Could be like.
So,
I don't think it's just purees.
The
though.
fangs
so
are
intense.
missing some little fangs. There's like
it's pretty rare to get a full set of fangs. I gotta say, the bats are like.
There's not a lot of
theoretically bats.
There's literally only fangs and bats. I don't know why they couldn't come up with a third or fourth like.
You think
shape?
they'd make the peach? Well, okay, yeah, like a pumpkin. I don't know. I'm not offended by it. You know.
I think just for visual variety as a kid, since I assume they're targeting children for this, I think you'd want like a couple more shapes.
You like a cat?
Yeah, why
Like
not
a
a cat,
pumpkin?
a pumpkin, like a ghost, whatever. I would like to see more than, because there's not a lot of color variety, and I
That's true.
understand they're probably limited in terms of like
Natural colors.
the
are
natural
not
colors and the flavors, but I would like to see a little more
They could do
mold variety.
like a yellow with turmeric. You really don't need much to get that yellow color.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose the colors and options that they did, but
Well, they're kind of Halloween-y also.
if you're going to be just within a very narrow color spectrum, then you might as well be competitive with the shapes.
Maybe they can't afford it. They got to be a small company.
I don't know. I'm not criticizing them. I'm just
They
saying my suggestion for improvement.
Sure.
I do keep
It's
eating
a product of France? What?
Really? France has got it going on. All right. I'm gonna put my dentures in a cup with my sparkling water. And see
I like that just became like the experiment cup.
this is the cup
I'm
for.
gonna have some water though because
I'm gonna see if it dissolves in there or not. If I have something to come back to in a little bit. All
You
right.
like tiny bubbles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, those are tiny.
I think
I
it's
must like larger bubbles.
I don't mind it. I mean, I was looking for like when I was shopping for Halloween giveaway items, I was looking sort of for low waste.
Sure.
Just because I think it's good to practice getting into this mentality and to support companies. So like Dots have the cardboard boxes, and that's
Sure.
easy. I would say that's like the downside to this is that
for
it's
sure.
little tiny plastic packages, and that might be a reason I might not choose to use this product for like giveaway, but I also might. I don't know. You've got to find a balance in real life.
I like that it's allergen friendly. You know,
Yeah.
that you don't have to worry about.
Well,
I mean,
and they're not
I'm sure you
using
have to
like the
worry about some
artificial
kids.
dyes.
For
and
one, it's
stuff.
strawberry flavored. There's
Oh
a
my
pretty...
goodness! Already the dentures have like
Whoa!
they're like
They're translucent.
they're translucent. Oh, I'm dripping. I don't
Put
think
your
we'll be
teeth
able to
back
like,
in, girl.
I know. I don't think we're gonna be able to see. Wait, we gotta get a comparison. They were opaque before. There's a before
No!
and an after.
Sorry, I'm definitely not on my phone learning something horrible.
Oh, you're not? That means we had an actual viewer? Wait. Oh my gosh. Is that what's happening? Thanks, actual viewer. Sorry, we thought you were Caitlin.
I am on my phone, but we do have multiple viewers, I think.
We do have multiple viewers right now. Okay. Watching me munch. Anyway. That is what the stream is about after all. Okay. Do we want to try the candy corn now?
Yeah. I believe that was the deciding opinion.
Okay. And then after the candy corn, we
should probably get on to the main event.
Well, I think this is into the main event already. Like, this is
Halloween candies.
Oh, I have a little mini thing I bought too. But the main event is she and I went separately, unknowingly purchased from the exact same website that we both are aware of that makes vegan chocolate. And we both bought a lot, enough to hit the free shipping.
Yeah. Vegan
chocolate. And then she messaged me and was like, I bought a whole bunch of chocolate from this site. And I was like, oh shit, so did I. So we're going to see if we have the same things. But before that, we got to taste a few more candies that we were aware of purchasing. So this is the Yum Earth, same brand as the Gummies. And this is their candy corn. Oh my god.
Does it smell like candy corn?
Yeah, it does smell like candy corn, which is exciting if you can't eat the normal candy corn.
Whoa, yeah, it does.
It was very fragrant. Just like this one, really.
Yeah.
It was fruity. So fruity. And also, I was just kind of curious how many bags were in this
10.
Gummy one. 10 per container, yeah. So, how much, do you remember how much this bag was?
Like $6.50, I think, although it might have been on sale.
Oh, okay. So you're paying like between 50 cents and like 75 cents or something per bag. So that's reasonable for trick-or-treaters, I think.
Yeah. I've got so many hairs in my eyes. Sorry, that's what's happening right now.
Okay. And then this candy corn one is the same. There's 10 in here. They're in individual little packets.
I already have one.
Shit,
girl, I
You're
stole
like a
one
ninja.
already.
All right, and let's hop into this thing. So cute. I have to say, their like marketing is on point.
It is really cute.
It's really cute.
I would be excited. I mean, maybe not if I always eat candy corn, but like as a kid,
I would be excited to get this. Well, and as a kid, how did you deal with like what was your candy strat?
Okay, so as a kid and also as an adult, I separate things if they're not already separated into what they are, and then I eat my least favorite first, and I leave my favorites for the end.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. I can't remember if I feel like we went like all out as kids when we were trick-or-treating, and I don't know if you remember because you're a few years younger than I am.
Sure.
But when we lived in like a city, like a full-on city, we would go and we'd come back with like 20 pounds of Halloween candy. Like it was heavy. Like each of us, we would have so much candy. Like Dad we'd just get so much, and we'd have like pillowcases. I think
I remember the pillowcases.
Yeah, we would use our pillowcases for our bags and just have a ton of candy. And my Halloween candy would pretty much last me I don't know if it was all year, but it would get me safely through Christmas all the way to Easter, and then you get another like
candy
mini injection of candy. And I kept mine in like a plastic storage container, and I would just like slowly eat at it like throughout the year. So I would always have a thing of candy to nibble from like all year round. Okay, I'm looking at these. What are your first impressions?
They're a little rough. Like they've seen some things.
Like the fangs. These are battle-worn candy corns.
I think there's like 2 where I would be like, cool.
Like they're
these
pretty
candy
good.
corns look healthy. Maybe I got
some
3.
of them. Some of them look okay, and we gotta give them props because they're not using food dye. But like this one is almost like inappropriate to show to the stream. Like slightly.
I mean, this one's just yellow and orange.
I mean, I think that
this one's just orange
corn.
and white. This one's top is broken off. And there are many of them wrinkled and, like, I want to say bloomed, because that's what it kind of reminds me of in chocolate, but, like...
It's not like the American TV models of candy corn. It's more like the British TV actors of candy corn.
It reminds me of someone you would find in an alley.
Found these candy corns.
Like a waitress at a diner. That's really judgy, but that's like the stereotype Hollywood depiction of some chain smoking waitress who's had a long shift. And you're like, there's some good stuff in there, but
you gotta look past appearances.
It's
had a real life experience, yeah. Okay. So obviously you've got to eat it segment by segment. There's no reason. Obviously. I was gonna say, something tastes a little dusty to me. When I just eat a yellow segment.
Okay.
I think I figured out what it is.
The dust they put in there?
No. Try it though.
Alright.
I'm gonna look at the ingredients and double check for myself. Yep. Okay.
Listen.
Did you eat
without
a
eating
yellow
it,
segment?
I'm gonna guess pea protein. Oh, why would they put that in there?
They wouldn't. It's turmeric.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's earthy and dusty, and
you can totally taste it.
I'm kind of a turmeric nerd a little bit, as I am for many random food things. And I'm guessing they're getting, whatever brand is affordable, shall we say, of turmeric.
I would think if you're just using it for color.
Yeah, exactly. For candy corn candy, it's not like a high-end dessert we're building here. Clearly.
No.
So the yellow part definitely tastes like turmeric. There's turmeric in the list. I'm guessing it is a lower grade of turmeric, but what's kind of mind-blowing to me is that I could actually taste that turmeric.
Yeah, you can, if you eat it section by section like a psychopath.
No, I ate a whole one too, and I was like, it tastes kind of like dusty.
Well, you noticed it with the whole one?
Yeah.
I didn't notice it at all, but I did notice it when you see
I didn't notice that it was turmeric. I just noticed that there was sort of a dusty flavor. I don't know how to describe it other than that. That's how I tend to think of turmeric, is like,
I don't know what you mean.
A little dusty, but then if you get like fresh, like really nice turmeric, it doesn't have that flavor as much. So I don't know. Maybe it is literally just dust mixed in. They're like,
I don't know if I'm getting this because
I gotta try an orange segment now. Hold on, I gotta clear that turmeric flavor.
They definitely.
Oh. I have a
flavors.
comment. Nice costume. Thank you. I'm assuming you're talking about the Kate's because she's got a good one, but mine you've seen a bazillion times. Okay. What's this orange? Let's try it.
It's got a flavor.
I like the orange segment better in terms of flavor. It's a little more caramelly to me.
You think so?
I couldn't identify like what is making it that color.
It honestly reminded me of carrot.
There's no carrot in here.
No, there's not. I know what it is, and I can't say I've ever had it separate as like a non-color.
Is it the annatto?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that tastes like.
That's my issue also. On top of that, they specifically point out that it's in there, so I'm curious if that's a common allergen or if there's like an issue with that.
I don't know. And I'm guessing the white part is just going to be, there's no color, so there's no like turmeric to influence the flavor. But I mean, I like that they're
not as sweet. I mean, they're still sweet.
They're not as sweet as regular candy corn. Yeah, and I like that too. I think that's a big improvement.
I feel like maybe their texture is a little bit more like tough. I don't know if that's just me though.
I really like the texture, and I haven't had like normal candy corn in quite a while. So I don't remember what it typically is, but I like that for me it's evoking the same, like, kind of heavy chew.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'm a fan
like,
of these.
just having candy corn is so traditional Halloween to me that it makes me happy.
It makes me happy too.
Just like seeing it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this. Yeah.
I've been sprinkling it on the table and it's just made the whole table feel very festive to me.
Just remember that you're eating shellac also.
Delicious bugs. To be fair, most everything processed has bugs in it, so...
Fair enough. Yeah. That's a
I
whole
mean, I think
separate-
there's also something to be said about them intentionally using an ingredient is different than, like, bugs get in everything.
Mm-hmm.
But as the general squeamishness of, like, oh, I'm eating bugs, that doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. I agree. Let's see. So I feel like, should we try? Oh, what do I have?
Oh, the mystery thing you have.
Yeah, this is not that exciting, so I didn't lead with
I'm
it.
so excited. Look at the ghost!
But they had cute packaging, so I had to, like, it's from Enjoy Life brand. I don't think this is a vegan brand, but like Yum Earth, it's got some of the same, like, tries to be anti-allergens, and they do make, like, a rice milk option, and then they have some dark chocolate. Like, this is the variety pack, which has rice milk crunch, rice milk, and dark chocolate. So they tried to make, like, some options that if your child or your, like, is vegan, you can get, like, a variety pack. So they were mindful enough to do that. And also I got this one because I love...
The ghost is so cute.
Because the ghost is freaking adorable. But also I'm a big fan of, like, crunch.
Oh, sure.
So if they've got a nice rice milk crunch, I'm here for it.
What's the crunch made out of?
I don't know. Let's see.
Is it rice? Or sometimes they do quinoa.
Rice crisp. It's with rice
Rice
flour, rice bran, raisin juice concentrate, which isn't that just grape juice concentrate? Or is it
It's
they dry
extra.
them first and then they squeeze?
Man, that's hard to juice a raisin.
This one, yeah. This also needs the caveat that there is also honey in the Rice Crisp one. So this one does not say that it's vegan, but it is free from gluten and wheat and dairy and soy and sulfites and lupin. What's lupin?
Mustard. And
Was like
sesame.
wolves or something? Fish, crustaceans,
Little...
peanuts, tree nuts, casein, which
looks
is
like
a
a tree.
wheat milk derivative thing, egg, sesame, mustard, and shellfish. So I'm guessing sesame and mustard must be high on the
common
soy.
allergens.
Yeah, they must be common allergens. Anyway,
I mean, I guess
you
sesame.
want to open that guy?
Yeah.
It's not any different from this one. But when I was saying that I had backup candy in case like a 4-year-old shows up or something and I don't want to give them some liquid death, this was my backup candy. So I'm not allowed to eat all of this, but I can eat some on the stream.
He is just too cute, this ghost with the top hat and bow tie. I want this to be my Halloween costume.
It's really cute. And also I like that, can you show the front of
Oh,
that?
you could like cut him out. What are you going to do with this? But you can cut him out
I mean, if you've got kids,
for a little activity and put him places.
they've got, a little
got a
like
little dotted line
scissor
there.
suggestion. So I like that they're thinking, they're being mindful of their packaging options.
Sure.
It's cute, right? Okay.
Can I steal one for...
Yeah, of course. And the variety pack, obviously the dark chocolate doesn't have honey. The rice milk one is also totally vegan. So I was the one going a little rogue with getting a rice milk crunch. Again, like I said, know you're vegan of what they're okay with and not okay with.
That's cute. It's for decorating. Adorable. They have little instructions. His name is Sam, by the way. The ghost? Yes.
Oh my
His
gosh.
instructions say, hi, I'm Sam.
This is Sid. Hi, I'm Sid. I love decorating for Halloween, and I want to help you decide to decorate too. Cut me out and decorate your window, locker, or pumpkin. Oh, that's so cute. And there was one
also
more.
kind of smart, because it says collect all my friends for a fun Halloween.
That is really
obviously.
smart marketing.
Yeah.
That's adorable. And I kind of obviously fell for it because I could have tasted all of them with the variety pack and didn't.
Let's say was the bet an option. Oh, you know what? Do you mind if I just share your...
I don't mind at all.
Cool,
yeah, we're getting a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
I will put that in your little pouch. Okay, we've got all these like packages. Can we just throw this on like the chair or something?
Yes, that's where I'm putting my garbage.
Okay. So let's start with just the straight up rice milk. Which, by the way, the rice milk has a cutie little bat on it. Adorable.
Really cute.
I really like their branding. That's cute. And nice, like, bright colors and stuff, too. So if you're not worried about the low waist issue, this is a cute option. I think I need a little cutting board. We're getting to that part of part of the stream. Yeah. Okay, so this is the straight up just rice milk.
Cool.
There's not going to be a lot to report, I suspect. That's yummy. It's just a piece of chocolate. Rice milk chocolate. It's nice. Yeah.
It's like a little darker than I would imagine like a Hershey's bar to be, you know, but it's still really good. I like that you can, taste chocolate. It's smooth and creamy. I think it's good.
Yeah. As a kid, I'd be perfectly happy eating that. I wouldn't think about the fact that it was rice milk as opposed to any other kind of chocolate I get. I'd be down for it. All right, let's take a peek at Sam. Sam the ghost, who is on this little guy. Oh, you cute. He is. Okay, and this is our rice milk with crunch. Pretty excited because I love me anything with a crunch.
Sure.
Boop.
Decent amount of little crispies in there. I feel like the normal.
I don't know if this is gonna focus. Well, you can kind of see it. It's like
they've definitely settled towards the bottom.
I was gonna say the distribution has gone to the bottom. Yeah, I don't see any on the top for mine.
Well, just depending on how they were molded, they might have.
You're thinking it's delicious though.
Yeah, those little crunches. That's nice.
I would definitely just go for the Sam personally.
Well, yeah, like if you can have chocolate or chocolate with texture, chocolate with texture.
Yeah. Sweet, not like horribly sweet. I would definitely be in danger of eating that whole bag though. I'm a fan of this. And also, I saw my Earl Grey here and I was just like really wanted to throw a chocolate bar in there, like one of these mini baby chocolate bars. So I think that's another marketing idea for them. Just throwing some chocolate in there. Okay. And the last one is the dark chocolate.
Yeah.
And maybe this is a bad idea, but we're going to try it anyway. Oh, I didn't show his little face.
Oh my god.
It's just a pumpkin face, but there we go. Here's our cute little pumpkin. Beep, beep. So, our vegan friendly. Most dark chocolates are vegan friendly unless they're not actually as dark as they're claiming. Sometimes I'll see like a 65% that's...
Well, even our 59% at work is still a dark chocolate, but it's vegan, you know? Like,
yeah,
you can have low percentages and not add milk.
I'm not that... When I see a dark chocolate and it's promoted as vegan, I'm not that excited to try it because it's kind of like
dark chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like finding a vegan apple or something. And you're like, cool, it already is. But for people that don't know that, if sometimes people wonder, can vegans have chocolate? And dark chocolate is like the automatic go-to. But then of course there's all these special like rice milk or whatever kinds that you can get as well. Okay. So this is in a variety pack, presumably for kids. Do you think this is a kid-friendly?
I think this is a very kid-friendly dark chocolate. That's actually what I was appreciating. Because I think a lot of dark chocolates are not. I wasn't excited about... I'm barely excited about dark chocolate as an adult. So...
But I still think it's pretty sweet. Yeah, it is.
I think it's gotta be a low percentage.
I think it's nice. And I think it's a low percentage. Just doesn't have any of that, like, when you're working with, like, let's say chocolate for adults that's dark chocolate, you can start getting that, like, chocolate liqueur, or chocolate, like, liquor flavor, where you can tell it's pretty bitter. This has enough sugar in there that I don't think anyone is going to be bothered.
Yeah.
No. They might still prefer a rice milk option, but I think that's really an approachable dark chocolate for people.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. I'm thinking, can we take like a 2-minute break? I can put the creamer back in the fridge and then be right back. Do you want to entertain the stream?
I would love to.
Recap what we've done.
Oh God, what have we done?
I can also come back and check on the status of my my Liquid Death and Gummy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we ate all the yogurt, so it's just these two.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back in just a minute or two.
It's not going much further. Still very translucent. She really left the unentertaining person in charge. How's life going, viewers? Have you had any good Halloween candies? Get her tromping around back there. Ooh, is it going well? Are you getting studying done? Ooh, what's the work, Trito? What the hell are you studying, by the way? Aren't you done with your studying days? Can I guess? Oh no, that means I should know. Work, Trito. And I guess it's not those burnt ham and cheese croissants. Work, Trito. Is it an apple? Do you consider that a Trito? Is it yogurt? Delicious yogurt.
A treat at work?
I know. He's having me guess, which means I should know.
Oh. Is there a scone?
Oh! That is an excellent guess, because that's really all you can eat there.
Unless you have
Oh, unless it's a doodle.
Ooh.
Nice.
Sounds yum.
Very nice.
And someone's studying for a PE exam?
Mm-hmm.
Like, PE? Like physical education?
No, I forgot what it stands for.
I was like, not what I would imagine you doing.
I feel like this is a repeat exam. I feel like it's come up before, but I can't remember.
Professional engineer. There we go.
Which is weird because she already is.
Yeah. But this is, I'm guessing this is like a certification exam or something. Like when, I don't know, with like project managers, for example, you can study project management and get your degree in it, but then you have to still pass like an exam. Kind of like lawyers. You can go to law school and then you have to pass the bar.
Pass the bar. Makes sense.
Let me know if it's the same kind of thing as that, because I am curious.
I just remember it was a big bad when it came up before.
Oh.
And I suspect it is still. It's one of those that, like, a lot of people don't pass the first time or I think multiple times.
Okay, so it's like for your license. That's... Wow. Well, good luck! I hope our background noise is helping. And the scone with some coffee. What kind of scone you got there?
I won't spoil it.
Oh, you know?
Oh, I know.
Of course you know.
But I haven't had this one, so I hope it's good. They do all kinds of things without me these days.
Waiting for the response on the scone. Okay, well, while we're getting a response on the scone, are we gonna
kombucha? Because it's so cute.
This is adorable. Can I like zoom in on this guy real quick? He is a charmer.
Give him his moment.
Oh my god, look at those curly cues. Oh, so good.
Yes. I grew him. I'm very proud.
Yes, look at his little butt. It's so pretty.
That's extremely private.
No, it's fine. In the kabocha world, that's fine. Oh my gosh, I'm really jealous. You only grew one?
No, I grew like 5. He was the second smallest. I didn't want to bring the smallest. The smallest is quite tiny.
Oh, so cute. Okay.
Yeah, they grew like gangbusters up here.
We're gonna have to do that maybe next year. You're gonna have to help us with like thinking through our garden and what we're gonna grow.
I would love to.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna do a quick check-in on my my dentures here.
I gave a little status report.
Oh, you did? There's not a lot of the dentures left. Is that what your report was?
No, I thought there was a healthy amount of denture.
Well, yeah, okay. There's still a decent amount. I can see like a mild amount of color down at the very bottom, but we'll let that keep soaking in there. It smells good in the water. Ooh, apple spice. Girl, get your spoon and taste some of this water.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I just got like a part because where like the dentures have been sticking to the spoon. I'm not sure, but just get in there and let's just see if there's any noticeable.
Ooh, yeah. That's delicious.
I think it's at LaCroix levels right now.
Yeah.
Possibly surpassed.
That's a tasty little
apple spice scone sounds really good too.
Mm-hmm. Very seasonal.
Okay. So on to the next and main event. My teeth are fuzzy at this point. Like I wish I had brushed my teeth during my break, but I didn't. So onward. So you and I purchased some stuff from Jacques. Should I do a quick little promo for Jacques on the screen? Okay. A little promo for Jacques. I think they're based in Petaluma.
I believe so.
Here we go. So this is Jacques. And I don't recall how I first learned about it, but you have to place a decent order to get your free shipping. If you go to shop, you can shop by different categories, including Halloween and sale, notably. But we'll just click into the Halloween area. I don't know that I want to scroll through Halloween because there might be spoilers. But anyway, it's a cool site, and they have... Are they all vegan?
You know, I think they might be.
I honestly
can't imagine anything of theirs that isn't.
Yeah, when I think about it, I'm like... I think, okay, so they're from the Netherlands to Northern California. And let's see.
Do you remember that there used to be a chocolate place called Jacques? Oh, yeah.
In Eureka.
I always wondered if it was them.
Yeah, I also had that, like, memory. It was opened in 1988 in Eureka, and then in 2004... I guess, okay, so looks like in 2004 it maybe became vegan. Because I did not recall it being vegan before. No. And then I was like, what happened? So anyway, this is really cool. Minority, women-owned, and family-operated. It's not super, super small. I think it's fairly local-ish, but like more than just like super local, right? You can find them in other places. They've obviously got a well-developed website and stuff. But ever since they became all vegan, apparently in 2004, so it's been a while.
Are we still on their shop thing?
I'm a big fan. Yes. Let me go ahead and switch back.
They have a lot of good festive stuff, which is nice for around the holidays. And I know like local stores tend to carry them.
Yeah. And at least like Northern California, you can find them in stores, like just grocery stores. Not sure if you get into like more Southern California if they have a presence or not, but yeah. Okay.
Maybe one of our Southern California spies can.
I'm gonna eat one more candy corn. Because it's staring at me. And
mine nice and lined up.
I regret it immediately. I'm like, why did I eat more sugar? Okay. So I'm thinking the way we do this is like, do I randomly pull something out of my bag and then see if you also purchased it?
Sure.
Or vice versa? You think that you bought some stuff that I did not buy.
I definitely think I did. Well, I used a welcome promo code that got me 10% off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was definitely aiming for that free shipping. So I bought one thing for Dave because he's a big fan and I thought they were cute. So I thought we could try them together. And then I also bought one thing that was not Halloween based because I needed like $3 more to get to the shipping. And I already bought, so I bought some chocolate for the stream and some for Dave to try because he's non-dairy, so he doesn't get a lot of like really traditional desserts like candies and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think probably we ordered pretty similar.
I think so too. I think we're gonna be like almost identical. But okay, let's go.
And you know what? When I went to the stores, they had all these candy bars out, and I was like, "Don't buy more. You already bought some. Don't buy more."
From Jocks?
Yeah.
Oh, you were
yeah.
gonna
They
buy
have
some.
Well, they're just so damn cute. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and reach in. I'm gonna grab if I can find things that look non-Halloweenish.
All right. You bought non-Halloween things?
I also had to hit the free shipping. And I have bad impulse control. So, first one.
Ooh.
I'm just pulling somewhat at random, is the Dream Big, which is roasted peanuts and caramel in milk chocolate, which is what they call theirs.
I definitely don't have that.
ELK. Oh, you didn't get this?
No.
Yay!
I get almost exclusively Halloween things. But to be fair, I was duplicating things so that Dave could try some because in my scenario, I didn't know we both ordered it.
Should we wait to see like all the stuff that we got and then try it? Like do the taste, like the reveal of what we got and then do the tasting?
I don't care.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, so this is a non-duplicate.
All right.
Okay, next up, we have the treasure bar. Do you have that?
What did I get? What am I?
I'll show
Treasure
bar?
Treasure bar.
Whee! Okay, I feel
That
like
was
we're
my
playing Battleship or
non-Halloween.
something. Hit! Treasure bar. So this one is crunchy peanut butter and caramel, again, in the milk chocolate. And I think I need to add that, like, our dad is vegan, and he's the kind of vegan who does not enjoy
Dark chocolate.
dark chocolate, really. He's not a dark chocolate fan. So, but he's a big fan of the milk chocolate at Jacques.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he approves of milk chocolate, so wanted to mention that. He's not shy about saying that a chocolate sucks, in his opinion. And I don't always agree with him, but he's not shy about it. And this one he approves of. So, do we want to... Oh, we said we were going to try them after.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm just wondering if, like, some of the chocolate bars might overlap in what is, like, in them for the other items. Okay.
I mean, to be honest, I felt no need to try the chocolate bars that were not Halloween themed anyway.
I apparently did, because the next item is the Celebrate bar. Did you get this one?
No!
I think my attitude was I'm already placing an order and I have to pay for shipping, or I'm getting free shipping. I don't know what my method was.
My attitude was like, that would probably be another good stream later.
Well, there are more holidays. There's going to be Christmas stuff.
That's
There's going to be like...
That's true.
Okay. Oh, she's keeping score for us.
Actually 3-1 because you missed the Dream Big bar.
Yeah, there was a Dream Big bar.
Probably studying like a good person.
Like a good professional engineer. This is the almonds, coconut, and caramel in milk chocolate. So we got crunchy peanut butter and caramel, roasted peanuts and caramel. Oh, crunchy peanut butter and caramel, roasted peanuts and caramel, and almonds, chocolate, and caramel. They are all about the caramel, is what I'm getting.
But I'm really about the peanuts. That excites me.
So, yeah.
Paydays were probably one of my favorite candies.
Really?
Yeah, I just like how many peanuts there are. It's a little salty, it's a little sweet. I love it.
I was a big fan of the Twix. That was a big
Twix,
one.
Great.
Kitkat, also a big win for me. Butterfinger, huge win. Now I don't know if I would be as big of a Butterfinger fan.
They're too sweet.
Also, like, hard to eat. Two.
Ah, I understand.
Oh, okay. Keeping track of
Gotcha.
how many we bought that we both did and not. Okay. So 2 not, 1 that we both bought. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. All right. Next up is, what the hell is this? Ah, okay. Chipotle and cinnamon dark chocolate bar, which I considered, I think they had this under, did you have that too?
Boom! This is in their Halloween section.
Chipotle and cinnamon. And yeah, it's hard. Sorry, I'm like leaning way far here, but they've got some cute little art there. So in Halloween, not super, super Halloween-y. And I don't recall how much these were, but they were not inexpensive. Oh, do you have a...
I have because I
price
undid
sheet?
my packing thing here. And I'm curious, actually I meant to look on the website versus in stores, because I think in stores I saw them for like $2 something a bar. Oh, it just says the quantity. That's sweet of them to not remind me.
Okay. I think we should actually start tasting the Halloween ones as we go through them.
Okay.
Do you have duplicates, or do you want to just work off of one bar, or what's your
I have duplicates if you want to save your bar. I bought mine for the intention of streaming, so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not
Here.
going to eat a lot of it.
Oh, God.
Unless it's really good.
I liked how they did their art. I
It's
thought it was
got, like-
Halloween-y. It's like kind of Wiccan, you know? Like it's not
It's got a
bats
crow
and things,
peppers. It's cute.
but- yeah.
It's Chipotle and cinnamon, so that makes sense with the little peppers
It's like
in there.
classy Halloween.
Yeah, I like the vibe a lot. I think it's cool. And the bar itself is very pretty, really.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
It's
That's
got,
nice.
I don't know if you can see very clear. Oh, there we go. These little, like, diamonds on there. I think it's a classy looking bar. Okay. Do you want a square?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's the perfect size.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Chipotle and cinnamon.
In a dark chocolate bar, by the way. This is a more adult.
This, if I got this in my bag as a kid, I would be unhappy. That being said, as an adult, I'm pretty happy.
I think it's delicious. Oh, what was the price on these? Do you remember?
No.
Oh, you couldn't see it?
But you know what? If we look on our screen here, it's $1.50.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're on sale right now on the site, and it is $1.59. Normally $2. So this is above the price that I think most people would pay to distribute to children on the street.
But you know what? I would not be opposed to buying it for myself for that price. Although, when I heard Chipotle, I was really expecting a little more like smokiness. This is quite spicy. So I probably wouldn't buy one for myself.
I think it's nice. I would buy it again, I think. It's
It is smoky too.
a small amount of spice. Like a noticeable amount of spice.
I would say a noticeable amount.
A noticeable amount of spice. And the cinnamon is a little more subtle.
I did not find a lot of cinnamon.
Yeah, the Chipotle is much more prominent. I think there is detectable cinnamon, but not a lot. It is kind of a classic Mexican chocolate bar, and I think it's nice.
Yeah.
I approve. All right, let's reach in again and see. I got the puffed
Quinoa.
milk chocolate bar.
This is the one I'm the most excited about, I think. Although, to be fair, I forget a lot of them. But I love a crunchy bar, and I thought quinoa was such a cute idea.
I'm a big fan in other chocolates where I've had puffed quinoa. And again, the branding remains on point. Very cute. They've got these, it's I think too hard to see, but they've got these little like puffed quinoa kernels between the hands. I assume that's what they are. Very adorable. I'm curious to see how this stacks up to the rice crunch that we just tried from the Enjoy Life.
Because it's also a milk chocolate.
Okay. You can tell I have...
Oh, so much lighter here.
Yeah.
You can
Do
see
you have the other one?
chocolate.
Yeah. So you can see the milk versus the dark. There's quite a difference. Same design, that little diamond shape, but yeah, pretty big difference on the two of those. And let's try a little... Oh, crunchy when I cut through it. That's what we like. Okay. And I'll just show the... Since we showed the rice crunch on the other one. This looks like they're bigger, maybe. Bigger rice crunches, maybe. They're not rice, they're quinoa in this one. And let's... I feel like in terms of eating them, the rice crunch feels similar.
How do you feel about the flavor of this?
I feel like there is almost no flavor. I mean, other than like a light chocolate flavor.
I feel like the flavor is almost unpleasant. Like, it almost tastes like old chocolate to me.
I don't think
it's old. They made it for Halloween. But there's something like a little musky to me.
I am not getting that. I don't know if Earl Grey is a good palate cleanser.
Try some Liquid Death.
Liquid Death is the answer. Let's go.
Here, I'll try one more. I'll give it a fair shake. Oh god. I guess you're getting another one too. I do like the amount of crunch.
I'm not noticing really a flavor. For me, I think I understand what you're getting. It might be just the quinoa.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, because there's not much chocolate flavor.
No. And I honestly, I have to say, I think I would rather eat the rice milk ones from Enjoy Life. Sure. Which has a lot more
contest for me.
Yeah, a lot more chocolate flavor on that. So, yeah, this is... Maybe it's because we just ate it after Chipotle and cinnamon, which had a pretty powerful flavor, but we can always come back to that. But I feel like the Chipotle and cinnamon one, I would pay $2 for, and the puffed quinoa, I would not pay $2 for.
No.
Although
I don't think I would pay
cute.
any money for.
You know money? If they were 10 cents, I might buy them if they were 10 cents.
I don't think
you
would.
didn't like it. You just didn't like it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, like, I have to watch how many calories I'm eating, and it's just not worth it to me.
Fair. Totally fair. Okay. I'm fishing around in here. I'm going to skip that one. Okay, here I've got a tag.
Oh my god.
I just found a tag.
A whole cluster.
What? I forgot I bought these. Mint caramel dark chocolate bites. I think these were on sale. And I think they're part of their St. Patrick's Day collection.
I don't think I got those.
Did you get these?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I really was feeling the Halloween vibe.
I mean,
I gotta say.
He's a little out of season, but I did buy it, so it counts as valid for the stream. This is just a little bag full of their... this is the most common form factor that I see Jacques in grocery stores, are these little... I don't know.
Discs.
Yeah, I was going to say pucks. Little discs or pucks as you prefer. And you'll often find these in like large cartons, and you can just buy one for like 50 cents or something like that. That's the most common form factor that I see these.
Look at this cute
So,
little bag that it comes in.
I know, that bag
It's
is adorable. That's probably why I bought
little
it.
clovers. Cute.
So I can put this along with the... We can try this after the not Halloween candy. We'll try all the Halloween candy first, but we'll put that in the let's circle back to it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it was on sale, so I was just like, I'm gonna buy it. It's mint chocolate.
You got so much more than me.
Oh, you don't know that.
You've already got 3 things I didn't get.
Well, you might have some that I didn't get.
I definitely have one. Although I don't know now.
Now you're questioning. Okay, I've got another container. What? Actually, I want to look in this one real quick. Dark chocolate. Oh, it's just ingredients. Okay, there's nothing like to look at inside that part. All right, the next one is the same, but Halloween.
Twins.
Okay, yeah, so we got our little pumpkins there, and this is the same situation, pumpkin spice milk chocolate, as opposed to the mint caramel dark chocolate that I was just looking at. Let's open up this bag. Get it out. Okay, I'm going to show you one of their little pucks. Here's a little puck, and we can I'll do one of mine here. So this is the milk chocolate bite. It doesn't mention any kind of like caramel thing in here. These I do think are kind of cool because there is no plastic. Like, it's this little bag that you could reuse for other things, I guess. And foil, and then a little paper sticker. So if you are looking for that kind of vegan and low waste option, this would be an option. They're not really any more expensive than a candy. I think most of these little like candy bags and whatnot.
Yeah.
Might be slightly more, but not really much more. Okay, it is a caramel inside though.
Oh shit, yeah.
Although it did not mention it.
Are you gonna show them?
Go ahead. Show the cross section.
It's beautiful. There's a really nice caramel layer going on in there.
So this is pumpkin spice with the milk chocolate. And cheers. I have to say, I could smell it when I sliced into it. The pumpkin spice
Very
flavor.
spicy. Not like... There are many spices in this, and you can taste them. This is how I like my pumpkin spice, though. Like, definitely got some clove action going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Yeah, the pumpkin, it's definitely the spice part of pumpkin spice. It's not pumpkin with the spices.
No. You know, traditionally pumpkin spice is just the spice part.
Uh-huh. But not always.
No, I put pumpkin in my pumpkin spice stuff.
Yeah. One of my favorite cafes in Berkeley, the tea cafe, they put like pumpkin puree.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys do that too? Or are you...
Yeah, and our pumpkin spice syrup.
Mm-hmm.
And also my pumpkin spice macarons. Which might change to pumpkin pie macarons in November.
Mm.
I don't know though, that kind of implies a crustiness to them.
Maybe you can add some...
Yeah, but I like adding wheated things if I can help it. I've got a couple that have wheat, but...
Fair enough. Well, that was delicious.
That was tasty.
And you gotta save up all your foil. And then...
Oh god. I was
make
like
a
where did I
fist
put mine?
size foil ball if you want to keep it low waste. So that you can actually recycle it. Because if you just put this little tiny thing of foil in your recycling, they're gonna throw it
lost
away.
in the abyss.
Yep. Sad. I really felt like they lied to us when we were kids and they were like, just put it in the recycling. And I was like,
yeah, there's a lot of shit that doesn't get recycled.
it's really complicated. Yeah. Okay, well that's adorable. It's also delicious. I don't recommend eating it after you've been eating candy for hours, but...
Yeah, it's getting to be a bit much, I'm not gonna lie.
But we push on.
We push on.
Okay. What's this?
Ooh, this is the one I was the most excited about, and I also have serious expectations.
Did you buy it? I hope if you were
Yeah, I bought it.
Ooh. Okay, so let's haunt this stream together. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Haunting. This doesn't show how cool it is. What's really cool about it is the title here, which is it is a ghost filled with slime.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got some serious Ghostbuster situation going on here. Are we cutting into yours or mine?
You can cut into mine because I have two.
Okay.
Although I don't know how well this will save. If the slime is in fact as slimy as I want it. I have this fear that it's going to be like a green ganache, and that is not what I want.
I just cheated to read what the flavor was, and I didn't mean to. I was guessing that it would be a caramel.
I was expecting,
and I don't know if it's a caramel.
A translucent apple goop is what I was expecting.
Okay.
I'm really expecting it to be green, and I'm not sure if that's because I read it on their website or if I just have decided that it's going to be green because it's like ectoplasm.
I feel like they might have shown a picture of the inside, but I also
if
do
they
not
had
remember.
shown a picture, I wouldn't have these very specific expectations.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I would have been like, oh, that's a ganache, or like,
Smell.
oh, that's apple.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Definite apple flavor, which is not typical in like a white chocolate.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But that makes me happy.
I also want to mention that like Jacques white chocolate is not like
it's not white.
It's not bright white. It's like a
it's like cream.
Yeah.
It's like might even be darker than cream. It's like a beige.
Yeah, it's definitely like a creamy color,
which does not offend me. How cute is that little back plate?
Oh my cuteness! And the word slime
The
is
slime's
green.
green. That could be where I'm getting my green assumption.
We're gonna cut off his little tail.
All right. You're really supposed to start with the head so they don't suffer.
He's a ghost.
Fair enough.
Okay.
No. Guys.
What the hell?
That is so disappointing. But also kind of what I suspected was gonna be the case.
Maybe it gets better if we get further in.
We're just gonna chop them up into little bits in hopes. It's not gonna get better.
We have to.
Look at that.
Let's cut
All right.
straight through the belly.
Look at that. It's so thin.
Oh.
It's not slimy at all. It is, in fact, it's not even very bright
It's
green.
not even green.
It's like a very... They didn't use artificial dyes in this. It's probably... How did this smell that apple-y? That is an artificial apple smell.
Green apple filling. I just think that, okay, obviously their marketing worked, but it's not going to work to get repeat buyers.
I'm not going to buy this again. I'm actually disappointed.
Could you imagine giving a kid something that says like it's a ghost filled with slime, and then it says that there's apple flavor and green tea matcha powder, which is
probably the color. It looks like matcha.
It doesn't even look like a dark matcha though. Like,
how does it smell this apple-y?
Oh, she lost internet. What did she miss?
Oh, God.
A lot of disappointment. No, what did she miss? I think she mostly just missed us trying
the pumpkin spice.
The pumpkin
latte.
spice.
What are we? We're
thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 3 to 5 at the moment.
Yeah, we had, so far the ones that, let's recap what we purchased.
Sure.
That were the same. We got the treasure bar.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Chipotle cinnamon. We got the puffed quinoa bar. We got the pumpkin spice milk chocolate pucks or whatever they call them. And we got
ghost with slime.
Ghost. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. And then the ones that we did not buy that were the same were the Dream Big, the Celebrate, and the St. Patrick's Day mint chocolate. Okay. And we were just slicing into the belly of the beast. This charming
Make it a
little
frowny
guy.
face.
This happy little guy filled with slime. Filled with lies.
Yeah.
But let's taste it because that's really
it
what
smells dope. It smells
apple.
Exactly like what I imagined it, but looks nothing like what I imagined it.
Okay, I'm gonna cut it in half this way and give you a little chunk, and I'm gonna get a little chunk, and then I wanted to cut it the long way to try to get a better look at the color of that quote unquote slime.
Okay. That's delicious. It's like fake apple, okay? Or it's some varietal of apple that fake apple is based off of. And I don't know what it is.
It's appley though.
It's very appley. It's very smooth.
And the white chocolate is nice, I think.
The slime, I think, is a really soft texture.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the goopiness that I was really hoping for, but it's noticeably softer.
You want to eat that? That's a cross. I cut the. I did a cross section so we're seeing all slime, and you can see that is not.
That's
not green.
Matcha.
It's not even like matcha. Well, if you
probably
put too much matcha,
that's what I was gonna say. They probably couldn't have put too much in because it would become matcha flavored then.
I guess I figured people would rather have apple than matcha.
It is so smooth. The slime.
It is.
It reminds me of like almost melty lint ganache, you know?
Mold spiders, lint ganache.
Yeah, except Lint is a company.
I know.
So actually, I think they've redeemed themselves. It's not what I imagined. I don't want you to call it slime. I don't know what you need to call it.
I don't know how they're gonna get that like green
just
color.
Say it's filled with ectoplasm, you know?
Oh, ectoplasm, yeah, because that feels like more transparent. You're not gonna know what it looks like.
I would be like, oh, okay, that could be ectoplasm. I don't know. It's fake. You know? But slime's a very real thing, and it's
also
got
very
a consistency
trendy
to it that this does not have even a little bit.
I have to say though, this is like it's very different and it's kind of delicious.
It's very delicious. It's very silky, but part of me just really wanted to like suck all the slime out of the ghost.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, it was good. But you're right. Very disappointing to be like it's filled with slime. But if they just said it was filled with ganache, that's not as like much in the spirit of Halloween, right?
No, it's not. That's why I'm saying ectoplasm.
Yeah. So their marketing got me to buy it. It got me to enjoy it. I might.
It
buy
was
it
a
again.
whole roll. I would buy it again because I think it's really tasty, but I would complain about the slime thing every time I gave it to anyone to try. I would be like, can you believe they called this slime?
It's a roller coaster of emotions. That is to be sure. Okay. So that was our ghost with slime. I like that they went there. You know?
Oh, I think it's so cute as an idea.
Yeah, it's a really cute idea, and I hope they keep iterating on this idea and coming up with like another way. Like almost like a jelly. Like a green jelly would have been so
if
cute.
You did like
fun.
Raspberry jelly for like blood.
But not in a ghost.
No, not in a ghost. They're already dead.
Okay. Next up is this really dope ice pack.
Oh my god. I too got... Ooh, actually that is really nice. What is it made of, like cloth?
Yeah, it's like...
It's gotta be plastic in there though, because
I
there's
think it's
no
plastic
way.
on the outside, but like this cloth probably
So
absorbs...
soft.
The like moisture, if it like the condensation, so that your chocolate doesn't get messed up.
I would like sleep on this.
I was just gonna say this is like a pillow. This is nice.
Total freebie. I didn't even know it was gonna be in there.
I know, and we even got the free shipping, so we didn't have to pay for it. Totally free.
Thanks. I like how thick it feels. Is that weird? It's like thicker
No,
than a
this
normal
is like
gel.
this is nice. So this is the unexpected runaway winner.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a pleasant ice pack.
This is like the opposite of the slime. I wasn't expecting it, and it's better than I could have imagined.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm impressed that they provided an ice pack, because so many companies, it's like, oh, you gotta pay an extra $5 for this ice pack.
And they're often not included in the free shipping.
Yeah. So, big thumbs up to Jacques for that. Really, like,
Was that all you got?
No.
Oh, God, thank you.
Okay.
I was scared because our numbers were gonna go way into.
I got also
this. Yeah.
skull pop.
Well, man, how could you not? Which also, as I was. I wish I had lips.
I wish I had a back of my head.
I know how you died.
Yeah, so this is a skull pop here. The white chocolate skull with a raspberry caramel.
I do recall now that the raspberry jelly might have already been taken.
Yeah. So, and all of these, by the way, have like a V on the back, so you know they're vegan. And it's also certified organic, which I forgot. But all their chocolate is organic, which is cool, I guess. Let me
expires in April, so that's a pretty long date for like a caramel.
Yeah, based on that other lovely lemon.
Yeah, I appreciate that they put a date on it, so that unsuspecting viewers might know.
Okay, are we chopping
this
guy?
Sorry.
You got a double on this one?
Yeah, I got a double on everything.
Oh my gosh!
Spoiler alert!
Whoa. He's got a cute little bow tie.
I don't know that he needs to be on a stick. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. I saw it when I bought it. It's cute, okay? It's a pop.
I don't know. We already had some fun with him being on.
That's true. All right, I take it back.
I agree. It doesn't need to be on a pop. It could just be like a truffle.
I would have happily bought it like this little ghosty.
Yeah, I agree.
But to be fair, it also like diversifies the product line, so I get it.
I mean, I could definitely see a kid being more interested in a thing on a stick too. Somehow. He's got dark chocolate, milk chocolate eyeballs, and gosh, cutting into this thing is gonna be. I need to get like an elevated,
make him stupid,
like, cutting situation. Should we? Oh gosh,
I don't think it's gonna run as much as we want it to, based exclusively on the ghost and also the milk chocolate pumpkin spice caramels. Oh god, that looks thick. You know what? Again, a disappointing amount.
Okay, but it's
not like horrible. Okay, but that's gonna be a lot of white chocolate.
There's a lot of white chocolate. There's a good amount in there. They probably had to make sure that it actually like stayed in the damn thing. So it's not like oozing out or anything. No. It wasn't as.
It's not the blood that I wanted.
Violent as we had hoped for.
Although I can definitely tell they used legit raspberries because it's not like ooh red. It's like, oh, that's a natural color.
Yeah, it smells pretty good. I'm gonna slice a little bit more off of his.
Oh yeah, it does.
Skull there.
Oh my god.
I'm not a surgeon, but yeah. As we get further in, you might wonder, like, oh, does it get any thicker?
I kind of imagined the bulk of his head would be the thickest part, if I have to be honest. Like, the rest is little dimples and stuff that they probably don't want to F up with a bunch of caramel.
Fair enough. Here you go.
Thank you.
Let's try this guy. So, yeah, it's not quite as gory or as slimy as I might have hoped. Hold on. I'm not there yet. Oh, it's a caramel.
Yeah. That is V tasty. Very raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
I got a seed, which I like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice. I was kind of hoping almost more for like a jam inside, which maybe that's more perishable or difficult to control.
That's delicious.
It does say it's a raspberry caramel, so it's all on me for wanting it to be like more liquid. You can tell that it's real raspberry. It's a really nice flavor. On the one hand, it is probably nice that this is not all running out of the skull for the rest of my pop.
Also a little disappointing.
Yeah, it's both like I'm happy about it and a little disappointed. And I don't think we need to like cut all the way down to like his mouth to see how far this goes or anything. But mixed feelings on both the ghost and the skull.
I have mixed feelings texturally, but I think flavor-wise, they're both really delicious and I would buy them again.
If you could only buy the ghost or the skull, which one would you go for? I can't remember that
little ghost.
I'm gonna also look at the prices here. I'm gonna cheat a little.
What the hell is that Easter bunny do?
Stop! No, I'm not gonna cheat because we're getting spoilers. Okay. I know. I don't want spoilers either. Which one would you do? If you could only
I just had
do
to try
one.
Little Ghost because I forgot.
I'm gonna eat a little more of the skull.
Maybe skull. The flavor's just really delicious. I think it looks a little bit cooler, like a little more my vibe too.
You like the edgy skull?
Yeah. I mean, the
death.
cutie ghost, not terrible. I think, and this might be just bad for the ghost, you know, but I was just so excited about the slime. And so the disappointment of that, I'm not sure I can separate from the ghost.
Yeah. I think I might say I like the ghost a little better because I feel like the apple is like, first of all, it's unexpected.
More unique, sure.
It's a little unexpected. And I feel like that apple flavor carries further and competes with the white chocolate. I mean, competes in a good way, like stands out from the white chocolate more than the skull does.
There's a lot of white chocolate in the skull, which I think is a negative because it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I wish that there was a little bit less white chocolate with the skull, or like the ratio was a little bit higher. And we can look up the prices afterward for these, but
I don't remember it being like offensively expensive.
I feel like they were in like the $3 to $4, maybe $4 range. Maybe it was $5. I don't remember. It looked, you know, it's a fun item, and you would put that in a little basket for.
I would buy both of them again.
Yeah,
which to me is like, that's a sign that it's done well, even if it disappointed me.
Yeah, I would definitely consider buying both again. Unlike the puffed quinoa, where it was like that just. Yeah. Take those $2 for the puffed quinoa milk bar and put it toward the Enjoy Life Rice Crisp one or one of these. Okay. Let's see what else we got in here. I might just have one thing left. Which means... And
Whoa!
this is...
Whoa!
I went big on this one.
Well, I think... I have its lesser cousin.
Oh, but that's so cute too. I liked both. This is the assortment of chocolate horse meeple bites.
The 4 horse meeples of the apocalypse.
I just thought that was so freaking hilarious. And I just decided to go all out on that one. Mine has 16 ounces of horse meeples of the apocalypse. Yes, the 4 horse meeples of the apocalypse. And you have...
Mine is 5.4 ounces. And I did look at the bigger one. I thought about it, and then I thought, I don't like chocolate that much.
That's fair. So
the 4 horse meeples, in case you're curious, is a cinnamon salted caramel coconut milk chocolate, cranberry white chocolate, orange dark chocolate, and peanut butter milk chocolate.
Yeah. And I'm just going to point out, in case anyone's like really obsessive about tins and boxes and things.
Cute.
Which, okay, yeah, I should have like did a slow reveal of that. This is my...
Also, will you like show them the side art? Because how freaking cute is that?
Oh, yeah. The art is pretty good.
The art this year is...
I wanted to actually point out that like there was like a little sticker and it kind of tore off some of the 16 ounces there, so... If you're really, like, nerdy and have to protect your things, just know that going into it. Here's the little array of horse meeple mini... They're like little mini chocolate bars. They're each less than an ounce. And the side art is indeed pretty good. So, I think that's pretty cute. We've got different little...
It's all the horse meeples.
Yeah, all our little horse meeples.
The question is, which art is for which horse meeple?
Yeah.
Merson? Merson?
Well, it's just a horse. Horse Merson? Meeple? People?
Meeple person? Yeah, it'd be Merson.
Yeah. Okay. So, should we
I think we're going to have to sacrifice yours.
Since I have a bazillion of them? Alright. Let's see, I'm going to arrange these in an order, I think, for optimal tasting.
Whoa, they're so much fatter than I was expecting. which makes me think they might actually look like the meeple.
Oh, maybe.
Like they might be molded. I was just really expecting like a tiny candy bar.
Yeah, I was expecting little tiny like flat candy bars too. And I don't really know why I went with this box. I guess I just...
Because it's so incredibly cute.
It was cute. I fell for their marketing, yeah. I don't really have a lot of like Halloween anything yet, so I was like, this can be the start of a little Halloween collection of stuff. Well, there's a white chocolate one. Do we want to start with that?
I think we must.
Okay. So this is the cranberry white chocolate. And which meeple is he? Is he on... Do they all look the same? Oh, they all look pretty much the same.
They're just
on
different
their
colors.
Wrappers.
Yeah.
So they don't...
Which is a bummer, because if they had had the 4 different images, that would have been very cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like put too many strikes against them for that. This is pretty exciting. No. So the cranberry white chocolate. Let's get in on this. This does have cranberry, obviously cranberry flavor. They're using real flavoring for this. It's also printed on a 100% compostable film. So I don't know if you need a special compost for that. It's also got a little paper thing that it's coming on.
Look at how good this looks. It's thick. And it looks just like a little person.
I guess
adorable.
Our faces are more interesting to the camera than this
It's
meeple.
wrong.
There we go. Oop, boop, boop. Okay, well, it's not really focusing super well, but
Maybe
we get the idea.
Person who isn't white.
Yeah, the white ones are hard to focus on, but
you can see a little darkness through his side.
Yeah, so that must be our cranberry. So it's got, anyway, the same design that's on the front. This little maple design is what's imprinted on this, and this looks nice.
That looks really nice.
Now, could you imagine as a kid getting this?
That would be exciting.
In your bag? I don't remember how much these were individually. They might have been on the order of like $1 or possibly slightly more each. I don't recall. But
They're
this
so cute.
would be, I'd be stoked to get something like that.
I was definitely not imagining them being filled. I feel like they have just as much caramel as the giant head.
Yeah, it does. Definitely. And
since I was not imagining a goopiness to this one,
I'm not disappointed.
I'm not offended by it. In fact, I'm happy that it's not leaking everywhere.
Yeah, I think this is great. Nice ratio, it seems like.
I don't think I care for the flavor.
Can you get cranberry?
No. Which is a bummer, because cranberry is delicious.
I'm getting like some little seeds or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sweet. I gotta say, I'm not really getting any cranberry, which is a little disappointing. Yeah, they do look pretty good.
They're beautiful, yeah.
But we want both the form and the function.
Yeah.
We want the flavor.
They keep missing. One
They're
or
the
other.
Yeah, so I was a fan of the appearance, a fan of the packaging, all the things, but I'm not getting a lot out of that filling. It would take me ages to guess if that was cranberry.
I just wouldn't.
I don't think I would hit it.
Yeah, I agree. That's another one I wouldn't buy again. It's similar to the puff quinoa.
I think I would definitely go for the skull or the ghost over this one, the cranberry one.
Yeah.
It's also, you're right, that without any flavor to focus on, it feels just
so
very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to the next one, which is the cinnamon salted caramel.
Okay. Excited.
And I'm really curious about this one because we just tried the Chipotle cinnamon chocolate bar earlier. And this one is no Chipotle on this one, just the cinnamon and salted caramel. There's a question. What in the world is liquid death? It is sparkling water that will murder your thirst. So what I'm giving out for Halloween this year. Yeah. Pretty
intense branding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and pretty nice sparkling water too, as it turns out. But I definitely was like, I just have to try it.
Oh, sure. I thought about getting some for Dad a while back. I was like, how can you not buy it? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's go on to our cinnamon salted caramel. I don't know about you, but I'm like so getting sugared out.
Oh, God. It's getting brutal.
We're going to have to save the bars, I think, for another stream
yes,
for
sure.
tasting them, because I don't know if I could even evaluate them fairly. But we'll get through all the Halloween stuff.
That was a real rough draw for the...
Bryce internet dropped. What'd she miss?
Well, I don't know how you want to count it, but we had the 4 horse meeples of the apocalypse, which are 4 different tasting, like 4 different flavored bars, but they're packaged as one thing. So Tammy got a 16-ounce version, and I got a 5.4-ounce version.
Yeah.
Which are all just an assortment.
Yeah, I would count this as like one item that we both got.
Yeah.
Even though I got the big version and you got the little version. Okay, and we're on to our second horse meeple.
I'm not gonna lie, the palate
horse merson
might be getting pretty messed up.
Our palate is...
It's very
sugared out, but we push on. Did I show this horse meeple?
Nope, you just cut
Shit.
right into it.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, here's a partially dissected horse meeple, horse merson. We've decided, and since I'm right up here, we're just gonna show the cross section again, like a generous amount within the horse meeples.
I think the meeples have a great ratio.
So I'm gonna cut this into a quarter.
Please do,
because it adds up.
All right, I already forgot what this one. Oh, this one was salted caramel, right?
Cinnamon salted caramel. So see if you can detect that cinnamon.
Oh, for sure. Shit. Just like right off the bat with that one.
Mm-hmm. This one's done so much better.
That's delicious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's a lot better. The cinnamon is not like a sweet cinnamon. It is a earthy. It's like an earthy cinnamon, so it's different from like your classic cinnamon candy.
It's not like a red hot, yeah.
Not at all. This is like an adult kind of cinnamon. I actually don't... I would want a little bit more...
Chocolate?
No.
Because that was my thing.
This one is a coconut milk chocolate, by the way.
Is this
which is different.
Salted? Doesn't taste very salted to me.
I'm getting salt, and for me it is sufficiently salted, but I agree that calling it a salted caramel, I feel like you want to put a little more salt in there. Yeah. I would definitely think that you'd want that. It's a coconut milk chocolate, which is not typical for their brand that I recall. I don't remember seeing a lot of coconut milk chocolate. And the coconut milk flavor, I think, is adding to the kind of earthiness and heaviness of that cinnamon.
Sure.
So I actually would want to try this with their rice milk, like the milk chocolate. Or even just a dark chocolate, but that might drown it out completely.
So I eat a certain amount of vegan food. I'm vegetarian, but I tend to eat vegan at home for the most part, ignoring pizza. Actually, I do eat a lot of vegan pizzas also. And then Tammy is vegan for 8 years, you said?
8 years, yeah. So, yes, I normally eat vegan food, and you often eat vegan food.
I often eat vegan. But my sister and my father are vegan. One of my partners is non-dairy. So.
Yeah. And you're a professional baker, which is part of the reason why...
It definitely is an acquired taste. I think it has to be pretty not great. Like, I think you can pick out kind of like certain brands have a more chemicaliness to them sometimes. And I think I can pick it out even though I've gotten kind of used to it. But,
yeah, I don't think I would phrase it as it's an acquired taste, but I think to eat vegan, if you're just going from like the normal like American diet, just eating, you know, maybe not like the cleanest food, because vegan doesn't have to be clean food at all.
It can, we're just eating a bunch of candy.
Yeah, we're eating a bunch of crap here, so this is a good example. Or Oreos, you know. But I think that there's a lot of bad vegan food out there, and I think that's also true for non-vegan food, but because it's vegan, if you try something and you're like, I'm trying something vegan, there's a smaller selection. And so if you pick a brand and it's not done very well because people are still learning all of how to make good vegan food, I think it's a higher likelihood you're going to pick something that's just not good.
Yeah.
Or not what you're expecting, which is another option. So
I think also what I run into somewhat frequently is people trying vegan food and being like, this doesn't taste exactly like its non-vegan counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's pretty rare that you get something that tastes exactly like it, but I think what I look for is like, do you know her name? Check her out.
Yeah, the commenter for people watching after the
yeah.
fact is saying there's someone on Twitch who seems to be a pretty good vegan chef. There are tons of amazing vegan brands. There are tons of amazing vegan chefs. I have a whole like bunch of cookbooks, but I think that's the thing is that you have to learn which brands you like.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you and I disagree on like what's good too all the time.
Oh yeah,
you'll recommend something and I'm like, ugh.
It's
not for me.
Well,
you know?
and it's not just because you're not vegan.
Right.
Like my dad and I are both vegan for similar lengths of time. I'll say, oh, I love this brand, and he'll be like, ugh, I hate it because of the texture or whatever. So yeah, I think there's a lot of learning, but there's certainly plenty of really good vegan food out there. She's a professional baker, and you make vegan food that I don't think people could tell the difference because you just do an excellent job with it.
Yeah.
And
but it takes a while to learn
but
that
it takes
too.
time. Yeah, it takes time and experimenting, and a lot of people just they'll just remove the eggs and call it vegan, or they'll remove the eggs and add in oil and say that's enough. And you're working with chemistry, when you're baking. So yeah, there's a lot of learning curve. But I always enjoy exploring new vegan like chefs, and I used to be able to keep track of I used to think, I can buy all of the vegan cookbooks that are out there. And in the past 4 years, I would say, there's so many people that are doing vegan food now in a really professional looking way anyway. And there's no way to keep track. And I used to know every single new vegan cheese that came out, I would try it. It's I don't know if it's impossible quite yet, but it is expensive.
Oh yeah.
So
especially East Coast ones, I want to try it, but the shipping is so much. Or
yeah, exactly. So anyway, I think it's a lot of fun, and also I will say that when I went vegan, do you mind sharing which part of the world you are in? You're saying it's hard to find good vegan food, and I agree that it can be. It helps a lot if you know another vegan who's already tried things, or in Florida. Yeah, I was in not the boondocks in Florida for a work trip, and I will often just I'm an introvert, so I just will order in food from whatever places, but I'll do a little research on what are popular vegan places. So yeah, it's hard. Honestly, I do a lot of cooking at home, which not everyone has time to do or is interested in doing. But I just noticed that when I went vegan, I started exploring different foods in general. I ate a pretty American diet, pretty limited. I was becoming more of a foodie. I was getting curious about food in general, and I was trying different cheeses, and I had a cheese journal. So yeah, I was getting pretty into certain types of food. But when I went vegan, I started using different kinds of cuisine that I'd never explored before. So I started exploring Indian cuisine more, and I lived in Japan, so I already was using a lot of Japanese cooking, but I just started exploring more. Oh yeah, Portland. I lived an hour away from Portland for a few years, and yeah, Portland is a mecca for vegans in some ways. There's a lot of amazing options. So yeah, I'll definitely check out this streamer that you're mentioning, because it's fun, and the vegan community, it's trendy right now to be vegan, and that's great. It means there are more options out there, but definitely still a small community. So we're both in California.
Yeah, Northern California.
Northern California, yeah, the more rural part. So there aren't as many vegan options up here either, although it is I would say, more liberal area.
Yeah, overall.
Arguably,
you know,
it's kind of split.
We got like one dedicated vegan restaurant, and then
a number of places that do vegan
options.
Some well and some not so well. But yeah, for me it's just a fun thing to kind of explore. I mean, yeah, and it is also a bit of a lifestyle change for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going vegan for reasons beyond just beyond just like diet. I think there's more
stretches out into a lot of things in your life.
It really makes you question things. That's what for me was like a huge thing is like, oh man, I didn't think about food this deeply before, or other things like I owned I found I was getting really into fashion. I bought like a nice leather bag, and then after I went vegan, it was like, shit, what do I do? Do I get rid of it? Is this promoting the use of leather after I give it away to someone else? Should I just keep it? Like, it just spawned so many questions in so many different areas of my life where I was like, what does it mean to donate this? What does it mean to sell it to someone else? What does it mean to...
Yeah.
I don't know. I just started thinking about ripples in a lot more than I had before, and I ended up keeping the bag just because I was like, I'm not going to buy more, but for me, after I went through these thought experiments and anyway, I don't know. Has it impacted you much? Because Dad went vegan first, and then I went vegan.
It's impacted me a lot. I pretty much never buy. The only time I've bought eggs, I think, since you guys went vegan is when I'm like making like a wedding cake for someone, because I just really want it to be nice, and they're not worried about it being vegan, you know.
Yeah.
I transitioned away from dairy milks really quickly because there's just so many good options for non-dairy options.
Yeah.
It just made me like more. Once you become aware, it's hard. You can't really not be aware, you know. And then since
the Matrix.
Oh God, it's terrible. It's good and it's terrible. And I remember what the hell was the lady Patrick.
Oh, Colleen Patrick Goodrow.
Yeah. Her thing is like, it's not like you're happy being vegan, happier, just like you're not guilty, you know? You don't feel guilty. And that's kind of how I feel. I notice it a lot at Thanksgiving because we do a vegan Thanksgiving at my dad's house. And it's just nice to celebrate a hobby and not feel, or like a holiday, and not feel guilty, you know? And I do, like, I work at a bakery. It's not a vegan bakery. And so to me, I can't really be fully vegan anyway because I have to try the food I make. So I just haven't, partly for that and partially just because of social reasons. It's really hard. And I notice I make a lot more vegan changes in my life when I don't feel like I'm restricted. And when I was vegan, I'd be like vegan for a month on and off just to, you know, sometimes I'd just be feeling really guilty. So I would do that to feel better about myself. And I noticed it was a lot more like, oh, I miss dairy and I miss cheese and things, and so if I just eat it very occasionally now. And
yeah, I really, if you are interested in veganism or if you know people are interested in veganism, I really recommend Colleen Patrick Goodrow. A long name, but
I don't know if I mean, she's fine.
I
don't know that I resonate the most with her.
Who do you like?
Who's my favorite vegan? I don't know. That's a great question. I just feel like sometimes I don't know that she's really expectant, but I just saw like a post of hers where she went to a vineyard and they had like a to-go cup, and she was like, oh, can you put this in a glass for me? And I get it because there's no harm in asking, you know, but I don't know. I feel like maybe she's a little less approachable. I don't know though. I think I might be wrong about that, just as I'm thinking here on Twitch.
Yeah.
I like the people who are very much like, I would rather have you make a small step than like you have to be this way or you're not really being a good person, you know?
That's why I like Colleen Patrick Goodrow though, is she's really like, you don't need to do everything, like just do something. So I really like that she is very like supportive in that way. I think for her individually, like for herself, she's really about like living in accordance to your values, and that's a phrase that she uses all the time. And I like that about her, but I don't feel like she's pushy. I think she just kind of, first of all, like she has a whole yeah, exactly. Well, it's not even baby steps. Like baby steps, I feel like you're working towards something. Well, maybe it is. You know, if you're thinking that vegan is the end goal, but I think what happens is a lot of people feel like I could never be vegan, which I literally did say after my dad went vegan. I was like, that's great, Dad. I could never do that because I didn't think I could. But a lot of people will then say, I could never do that, and then they stop. They don't do anything after that because they, like you were saying, if you were like, I have to be vegan or nothing, then it's a lot of pressure, and it is a huge lifestyle change. There's so much culture and everything wrapped up in our food that it feels like not only are you changing what you're eating and you have to learn maybe some new cooking skills or certainly learn some new brands, but you also have to like tell your mom, like, no, I don't want to eat my favorite casserole anymore. Yeah. And what do I eat if I don't eat turkey? Like, there's a lot of culture that makes it hard.
Things that were hard for me are like, we live in an area where I can get a cheese-free pizza and actually like them. I'm fine with that. But like, if I go somewhere and I want a slice of pizza and they have pre-made pizza, there's never a dairy-free option, you know? So things like that make it really hard to be like, well, do I want to purchase an entire thing for myself and I really just want a slice of pizza, or do I want to just get, you know, my slice, which has helped having like Dave around. He's non-dairy, so we can share those things, but people like Clint, you know, where he won't eat it, and then I don't want to eat a whole thing, you know. So
yeah, I definitely think that like do you know, if you are someone who feels like, oh, I would like to make that change, maybe not become vegan, but I would like to reduce my consumption in this way, whether it's for the environment, for your health, for, you know, whatever reason, you can just literally choose one small thing where you think you're not going to even really notice it very much, or where it's easy. Like vegan ice cream is, oh, you're at the beginning stage. Well, cool. Yeah, I think you know, like vegan ice cream, I think they do super well. A lot of brands do that really well. Mm-hmm. And it's just a matter of finding like, which brand do I like? And like, really, is it that much of a hardship? I mean, finances aside, because it might be expensive and I don't want to assume people have certain privilege, but like in terms of the food part, like it's not that big of a thing to be like, oh, I'm going to try this ice cream. Like, that's right. Usually you're going to get something good. Maybe it's not what you like, and you're like, I didn't like the almond milk. I'm going to try the coconut milk brand, or I'm going to try a different brand or whatever. Like Ben & Jerry's, I loved Ben & Jerry's, but I'm like so about their vegan options, but there are other brands that I think are pretty fantastic. Oh, learned a lot from watching Mia. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really helpful just watching or learning from other vegans, because they've already gone through trying a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. And they can say, this brand yes, this brand no.
The first vegan things I made were so rough, man. There's a learning curve, so if you can find someone who's figured it out, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and if they can just send you to like, start here, that way you at least know that there is good food that you like in that, you know, in a brand, and you can at least kind of latch on to that, and then you start experimenting. Oh yeah, there's so many. This is why we wanted to try doing our stream, was we both like buying snacks and just trying stuff out, but I like to share what I'm learning, like,
oh god,
even if it's just one or two people. Like I'm gonna spend the money because I'm just curious and I can, and I'm, you know, grateful, lucky in that way, but like I might as well let someone else learn if they're interested enough, you know. So yeah, good brands, and some brands that I've like spat out and I was like, I'm not even gonna finish eating this yogurt, it's disgusting. So
I'm curious, what are some things you've been missing, like that you're interested in getting a vegan version? Because I'm curious if there's like good substitutes that we know, you know.
Oh yeah, if there's specific like things that you're trying to find, like if you're looking for a good cheese, there might be a weight involved, but yeah, let us know in the comments if you feel like it, if there are vegan foods that you're like, I really miss having a good whatever XYZ, or I'd love to find a good XYZ. Let us know. This candy, by the way, is from Jacques.com, which is a place that used to be local to us. My cat just went under my bed. Yeah, it used to be local to us. So we just ordered it online, but it's pretty common in like Northern California. So that's where we were getting all of this from. It is a little pricey. Like it's I would say lots of vegan. There's two things. There's like accidentally vegan candies. Those are just going to be cheap, mainstream, and they just didn't bother to put milk in there because it's a somewhat expensive product. And then there are like intentionally vegan brands. I tend to support more intentionally vegan brands now, and those are often more expensive. However, we were talking about if you have a grocery outlet around you, we're big fans of Grocery Outlet because they have it really
cheap.
A lot of vegan food that's really cheap because people don't know very many vegan brands. So if you do happen to have something like Grocery Outlet around you, that's a really fun place to go. Of course, things are usually like close to their expiration date, but it's a great way to just experiment with brands that normally would be like $8 for this packet of shredded cheese, and instead it's like $1 or something. So people just don't know the brands. And you mentioned that you're trying to replace meat first. I feel like if you're trying to replace like a full-on like steak or something, that I don't have a good suggestion for that. But like if you're trying to replace just like a burger, Beyond Meat is everywhere now.
Yeah. The Impossible, I will say, I like Impossible slightly more than Beyond. And one of my partners is a carnivore. He's like steak and potatoes kind of guy. And he couldn't tell the difference between the Impossible burger. He said if someone served it up at a barbecue and didn't tell him, like, he wouldn't know. Which I think is like a crazy good review.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't pretend.
No, he eats so many things. I'm like, try this, it's really good. And he's like, nope, tastes nasty. Like, it doesn't taste like what it's supposed to. And he's one of those people where if it doesn't taste like what he's expecting, he doesn't want to eat it.
Yeah.
So I'll say that.
Tofurkey is like one of the early brands, and I feel like they have some products that I enjoy, but they're not necessarily good at replicating meat flavor and or texture. But Beyond Meat is one of the more like tech types of like
their sausages.
Yeah,
so
Beyond
good.
Meat I think is really good. It's just a matter of like, I think Beyond Meat and Impossible, both of those are really excellent. I honestly, that's mostly what I eat if I'm going for something meaty. The Impossible meat like crumbles are pretty awesome.
I like Gardein. I don't think they're Are they vegan? Maybe they have wheat.
I think Gardein is vegan.
Their chickens tend to be pretty good. Okay, I will say though, I haven't had meat in like 14 years or something. Probably way longer than 14 years. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
So I'm also like not great. Like I had the Impossible burger and I'm like, is this what a burger tastes like? So I really had to rely on Clint to be like, yeah, this is a burger. It had just been so long that my taste buds have obviously changed.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think both Clint and Dave eat meat, and they Beyond Sausages have gotten really good reviews.
No, it's totally fine. Don't worry.
We need a break from the sugar anyway.
I was just thinking, I was like, I'm so glad this commenter is here so I can like break all the sugar.
I think this is like, I love trying the vegan food, but it's really cool to get someone who's interested in like pass all this acquired knowledge on, is kind of
for
fun.
sure. Well, like we've said, we've had some hits and some misses, and I would say there are more misses than hits initially. So, yeah, I think, thank you for that compliment there. I think if you're just starting out, try Beyond Meat, try some Impossible, see which flavor you personally gravitate towards. I like Beyond Meat a little better, but I think it's honestly like slightly sweeter.
Dad's like that too. He likes the Beyond better.
But I think Impossible is really good. And then Gardein is also excellent, I think. And then
I get their like chicken,
like
just
the
throw
chicken
it on
nuggets.
rice.
Yeah.
And it's like a really easy meal when I'm feeling lazy, you know?
I honestly don't know if you could tell the difference between like a regular chicken nugget and like a regular chicken nugget and the Gardein ones.
Pardon.
Oh yeah, the Beyond vegan meatballs are good too. If you have a Trader Joe's near you too, you said you're in the boondocks, so maybe there might not be one. There's not one.
I also don't know where they go towards East Coast, you know?
I think they might have a different name actually on the East Coast. I can't remember, but they said Gesundheit to you as well.
Oh, I missed that. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that the Trader Joe's has a lot of good vegan options too. So yeah, they're usually where the population is for sure. But if you are ever traveling in those areas, that's a good place to try out a bunch of products. And I'm pretty sure, like I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 85% sure that the Trader Joe's meatballs are made at the exact same place as the Beyond meat ones. Yeah, there's a lot of times where I'm like, this is the same product. It just says Trader Joe's on it. So yeah. But yeah, sadly there's not one near us. I'm going to have to get it whenever I go to visit family a little further afield. So
I know a lot of people who just drive for hours to get to one, you know, and then they stock up and come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, TJ's has some like bad sides to it too. They, you know, sometimes they'll rip off like smaller independent companies. Whether the higher up management is aware of this, I'm not sure, but I've definitely seen some like smaller people that I follow, and they're like, I created, you know, with my blood, sweat, and tears this cool product, and then look, TJ's is selling something suspiciously similar to mine. So that was a sad fact I learned recently. I was like, nothing is pure anymore. But I also believe that like, for me, the veganism is like an important thing. So, ooh, there's a question about Light Life hot dogs. I have tried those, and
I feel like that's a brand I don't really enjoy, but it's been a hot minute, which kind of maybe means that I didn't enjoy them.
I remember my opinion. I haven't had them in a long time, but to me, the Light Life hot dogs are the most like ye old standard hot dog that I remember from before. Not like a fancy hot dog, but just like you're a classic, like there's 30 hot dogs in a pack. That for me, that's what I remember.
I'm gonna have to try them then. I like a classic hot dog.
Try them, and if you are ever back at our stream again, let us know what you think of them after you try them. Because for me, I think that's another one of those like Tofurkey. Light Life is a brand that's been around a bit longer than some of the others.
I feel like, and I'm not sure if this is the right brand, but I feel like when we went vegetarian originally, we tried them, and I remember them tasting kind of plasticky.
I had the word plasticky in my brain too, but I also feel like I don't remember that like...
I can't remember what ones I get,
real hot dogs were like... I don't know that I think of real hot dogs as being super like meaty and juicy either. Like there are nicer end hot dog brands. I eat a lot of Beyond Meat, but let me say this though, I would still eat the Light Life hot dogs at this point. Like I liked them, and if I just want like something that I'm just gonna literally like dip in ketchup and have yellow mustard with, like super chill, I would definitely reach for Light Life. But if you're looking for like a nice hot dog, like Beyond Meat does some hot dogs.
Sauerkraut helps everything.
I
have the opinion.
Sauerkraut would help for sure. A little horseradish in there, you could get some like pretty delicious things.
I really wish I remembered what brand of hot dogs. I think it might have been something like Tofurkey, something really generic. I do like a basic like ballpark Frank style hot dog.
Me too.
I actually tend not to like the Beyond sausages are delicious, okay, but they are not like when I want a classic hot dog on a white bun. That's not what I want with Beyond. But I think my brain says don't recommend Light Life to people, you know, and I kind of trust that reaction. Although they might be better. It's probably been like 2 decades. It's been so long since I've had meat and their hot dogs.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'd be curious. I'm not as I would eat them still, so yeah, like I'm saying, I don't know that I would be totally bothered by it, but I'm just saying they're one of the older, just for context, they're one of the older brands, so they didn't have as much competition at the time when they were being developed. Kind of like how Daiya is like one of the earlier cheese brands, so they kind of, a lot of people like Daiya. I feel like they've got some products that now that I like, but they have a certain like flavor, that a little like chemicaliness flavor that I notice. So I don't love it, but it's like one of the most common brands you'll see, and they've also partnered with a bunch of like big companies too.
You know what's funny though? That's Bryce's favorite. She eats dairy, and she's just been trying to introduce, because she's like a little lactose intolerant, you know? And it's like she's tried multiple brands, and it's her favorite. Which I was like, whoa, but you know, everyone's palate is different.
That's exactly right. Yeah, Dad likes Daiya too. He's like, I don't understand why you don't like it. So I just think it sort of depends on the other stuff you eat and what you're exposed to. And, you know, different people have different preferences. So experiment. But yeah, that sucks that you only have a 4-foot section for vegan food at your Walmart. But if you buy it, you know, there might be other people, you know, as it grows, that's I think one of the most comforting things is that I've noticed that it went from there just being a very small number of brands and a small number of people who are vegan to an increasing number of people in my life over the past 8 years who are vegan or have become vegan. And so it's growing. So it kind of sucks when you're one of like the initial people in your area, but hopefully it'll keep growing, and you could even talk to them. Like maybe they just don't even know what to stock. That's another possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, good luck with all of it. Good luck with it. And I think also a lot of it you can order on Amazon. So I'll try to make more of a note too as we're to notice like what can you get on Amazon. Because it's true, it's not a food desert if you've got like some vegan options, but yeah, okay, fair enough. Maybe Walmart is not the easiest to like get a hold of a human because they are sparse. They're very busy. I know people who have worked at Walmart and they are busy people. So yeah, fair enough. All right. Do you feel like you have detoxed some of the sugar process?
Yeah, let's get these last two underway.
Okay, we'll go for our last two meeples, and then do you have more in your box besides?
Let's see. I just have the one thing that...
Okay, I have a theory on what it is.
To death, that's for sure.
I want to drink some.
Alright, I'll let you guess. But because I bought something for my partner, so my sister cannot eat it, but I did want her to see it because I think it's delightful.
No, I'm going to do that after.
Okay.
After we try our last two horse meeples. Okay. I don't know what to do with this partially consumed meeple. I guess I'm just piling them here.
Yeah, I got like a pile of partially eaten treats.
Okay. Do you want to do orange or peanut butter next?
I think peanut butter, because I think the dark chocolate's going to be the most intense.
Second to last horse meeple, here we go, is the peanut butter milk chocolate. And again, we got our classic meeple there. There we go. We got some focus. In this sort of a gray option here. And it's peanut butter. Like, this should be pretty simple. Peanut butter and milk chocolate.
I found there's a surprising variety in peanut butter cups that I've had that are vegan.
Like if it's super salty. Have you had the Justin's one?
I have had Justin's.
Do you like it?
I'll tell you my review. They need more peanut butter.
No.
It's very chocolate heavy, and I come to peanut butter cups for the peanut butter.
Again, I forgot to show this, but I mean, all the horse meeples look the same. I managed to get him. Oh, he's in focus. Yes. Good. Look at the like fire coming out of him. The little. Nice. Oh, is it a fire tail? Okay, fire tail. And then on the inside, this is like a generous amount of peanut butter. That's the kind
of peanut butter ratio I like.
Yeah, that's pretty generous. I am a fan. I feel like their ratios were good on the horse meeples.
Yeah, the horse meeples I think are where it's at. Minus the cranberry one, which is boring.
Okay.
Feet. Oh no.
Okay. I have an opinion. Do you have an opinion?
Mm-hmm. I'm disappointed.
Me too on this one.
Not very peanut buttery. Like
It's very creamy.
It's very creamy. Not very flavorful at all. It
They
almost
need more
tastes like...
salt.
I don't mind the salt. I think
more
it's...
peanut butter.
Yeah. You're not
I'm looking
wrong.
at their... Peanuts are the first ingredient, but we need a higher ratio.
I think it's salty, but...
It's like a little salty. I think there's too much... I don't know. What's there too much of in there? It's just like too much cocoa butter or some...
Yeah, whatever's
something.
to make it creamy.
There's too much
I
of
need.
it.
I would just rather have peanut butter, you know? Like, I know Reese's are like, they have some butter, they have some sugar, they have things besides peanut butter, but...
I'm just going to say, because this is not like the cheapest brand to go
Yeah.
to, I would not use this as my flagship. Now, I would feel fine giving it to kids. If they come to my door, in fact, maybe I'll use the peanut butter horse meeples for the kids when they come. Hello, small child.
I think the salted caramel is the only meeple I would suggest.
The cinnamon. Okay, well, I have high hopes for the orange. Like, I love
chocolate orange. That's
chocolate
hard to go
orange,
wrong. But
so-
then again, so is the...
I also had high hopes for the puffed quinoa, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't think they're like they're so creamy, but I think they sacrifice the flavor for the creaminess.
Yeah, I
Except
agree.
with the ghost and the skull, which
I thought that
were
these-
delicious. I don't understand how they can have some that are so flavorful and some that are not at all.
I thought the packaging was all the same, but on the outside of the horse, there's like swords on the cinnamon salted one and these little like scythes.
Yeah.
How is your scythe, by the way? Have you used it recently?
Yeah, I used it this summer. It's great.
Harvesting or with your lawn. The cranberry one has little arrows. Oh, so we can use them as clues to figure out which meeple. Yes.
Ooh,
Okay.
There you go.
That's how you figure out which meeple on the box goes to which. Okay. So this one, now, I wish I had noticed that earlier. This is our last horse meeple, which is, there we go. We got our little skull and something. Pentagon, maybe? Is our last. What is that in that? I don't know. The universe?
It looks like an atom, maybe?
It's hard to tell. But here's our horse meeple on the box that corresponds to that guy. We'll just show off their art because I have to say, no complaints about the art.
Oh, the art's fabulous.
Yeah, very good. A+ on the branding. All right, so let's open this guy up. Our final horse meeple. I think just the fact that they used the word horse meeple.
That's delightful in itself.
That's, yeah. Okay, and this one's the dark chocolate. It's the only.
You think it's gonna be filled?
They're all different degrees of darkness. Like even
Oh yeah.
they have the coconut chocolate. Like I think it's 4 totally different.
They're the
chocolate
4 horse
options.
meeples, Tammy.
Also, the cinnamon salted caramel says it's paleo.
Oh, interesting.
That's the one that had the coconut milk. So if you come, this dark chocolate's kind of melting in my hand here, but I did remember to show him before. So there we go. Quite a dark chocolate. Come on, hand.
How is it?
I'm not processing. I'm not allowing myself
All
to
right.
process until I slice into him. There we go.
Ooh, he is
Okay.
filled. Not what I was expecting.
Filled. Shiny, dark, difficult to tell exactly what's there.
So is that like an orange caramel?
It just says orange. Ooh, but it's definitely the squishiest of all of them, or maybe the chocolate is the snappiest.
Oh yeah, look at that. No, it's like oozing a little.
Yeah, but I think it's because the chocolate might be tempered. It's like snappy. Ooh.
It's softer.
There's the winner.
This
in
one
my
is so
opinion.
good.
This one is really good. They did this one right.
That's the texture of the caramel that I wanted for like the
slime?
raspberry and the slime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish the raspberry and the slime and the ghost had been like this.
Yeah, that's really quite I mean, it just tastes like a chocolate orange.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great. That's exactly what I want.
Yeah, I agree. This has enough like sharp orange. It's kind of like a bitter, like you're getting that rind flavor from the olive oil, the orange oil there. Yeah, I'm a fan of that one. Of all of the horse meeples, I was going to ask which one was your favorite. Do you have a favorite?
You know, I really remember liking the cinnamon salted caramel, but I think it's really hard. I think because I wanted that to be a little more salty, and this is just exactly what I imagined. Plus, it's goopy, which I like because I'm a texture person. I think you have to go with the orange dark chocolate. And I'm normally not a dark chocolate person. It's not obscenely dark. It's not like really bitter or drying, which some of them are like, okay, I get it, you're dark.
Yeah.
Maybe just because there's so little of it, you know, which I like too. The ratio, very excellent.
Yeah, you can tell, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see on stream because this is so dark, but it's a goopier, like, it's a looser caramel there.
Yeah, but like, it's not so loose that it just oozes out.
Yeah, it's staying in there. For me, it's like hands down the orange chocolate is my favorite. I think the dark chocolate plays well with it, and it just delivered. Like, it's just, there's no question of what flavor is this. Yeah. It's just like, kabam. Yeah, cool, the cool box.
It's sticking around the cool for bag. Years.
Yeah, this will come out in a future Halloween years. So that was exciting. Out of all of the things that we tasted from this whole, we decided we're going to have to hold off on like the non-Halloween because we're like sugared out here. We had, as a recap, we tried a chocolate ghost with a questionable slime inside. We tried a chocolate skull with a raspberry jam inside. We tried these are all mine that we didn't open, the Chipotle cinnamon one. Chipotle cinnamon bar. We had our puffed quinoa bar. And then our horse meeples. Oh, and we also had these pumpkin spice chocolate bites, which they call them. The little foil covered chocolate spice pucks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about those.
Which is, yeah, a little thing. So, out of all of that, and our horse meeples, of course. You got a fave?
I don't want to say the chocolate orange because it's so boring. I
do.
I think it is, though. I think just, and you know what? Because the raspberry skull was also really delicious. But I think just the ratio of caramel and then also the like slightly looser caramel, I think is the winning factors for me.
You can buy, did I just see you could buy like
just
3 pounds of the orange. If you want 3 pounds of orange dark chocolate horse meeples, you can get that for $80.
Define want.
I don't know how many of those.
I want that for $80.
So yeah, that would be.
I'm glad you were here and asking interesting questions and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, thanks for joining that part.
Yeah, that's
for
a lot of candies.
3 pounds of them.
How much are they each?
Oh, like just so you know, this is 16 ounces, so this is a pound. So it would be 3 of these.
You want 3 of those of just the orange.
Of just the orange horse meeples. You can have them for a mere $80. So that gives you an idea. I was trying to see if you could just buy like a single one because I'm pretty sure you could. I'm gonna just search on their website real quick of orange to just see if someone wanted to buy just one. Of course, you don't get free shipping until you spend $70, but...
No, you may only have 3 pounds. It looks like you could, but they're probably so
Yeah, they had the assorted chocolates. So, like, you got the tiny bag.
Yeah, I just got a little 5.
A much more reasonable size. And I think that's like $11 for the small pouch. So I think that's the... But if you know that you are not interested in the other flavors, I guess you're sort of out of luck. So, all right.
What are you going to do with all those chocolates?
Well, it's not Halloween yet, so if we get some visitors, I can put...
On off the nasty flavors?
I'm going to keep all the orange ones and give the other flavors to the children.
Good, like, well, maybe weird stocking stuffers, but like good stocking stuffers.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. Yeah.
Just be like, here, have a merson.
Yeah.
The horse merson of the apocalypse. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And you said you have one more item?
Yes. Do you care to guess what it is?
I'm gonna guess, because I thought about getting this and decided not to, that you got the chocolate frogs.
I did get the chocolate
I'm so glad
frogs.
you did.
They're much smaller than I was imagining.
Oh, they are smaller.
As a little box.
You gonna show that to the it's so pretty though. It's very like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I mean, they're beautiful.
I can open
that
it
box
and show them. But you know what's really making me sad is how not good the peanut butter meeple was.
Oh, are they peanut butter?
They're chocolate peanut butter, which is exactly why I got them, because Dave is how cute are those? Obsessed.
Cute. Yeah.
With the Justins.
Oh, he's obsessed with the Justins. Yeah.
So you got these little chocolate peanut butter frogs.
I mean,
that are so cute, and like all the different kinds of chocolate.
Yeah.
They're mad expensive. Okay, this was $20 from each frog is $5.
But that box.
The box is beautiful.
That's
I
worth
will
like
save it
$2
and put
on
gifts in
itself.
it.
Yeah.
Even
like
that's
the
what I
edge.
do.
The edge of this box is pretty. Like,
I'll disappoint people who are like, awesome, chocolate frogs.
And then it'll actually be.
Yeah, well, give very honest reviews. You can sponsor us, but you better make good food, you know?
Yeah, we don't hold back.
So I'll let you know if this is somehow better.
Like if the peanut butter is a different quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope so. They're cute as all hell. I'll give them that. Like, you can't argue that.
Maybe, I don't know if we should do this. Maybe on the next stream we can dig into these other like bars that they have, and those are like with peanuts in them and caramel, and like we'll see if those are good. And then also,
I'm making my own frogs. Are you a mad person?
okay, she might not, but I might.
I made a frog mold and temper chocolate. I don't have a temper. Well, maybe when Dad gets his chocolate set up, fine. When our father gets his chocolate tempering machine set up, maybe I will make my own chocolate frogs. I do make really dope chocolate peanut butter things.
Tempering machine? You're a professional.
I'm not hand tempering shit. It's really annoying at home.
Okay.
I'm a professional, so I know better.
I just feel like on Bon Appetit they do it all the time.
Are they at their home kitchen, or are they nice commercial kitchen?
No, they're at a nice commercial kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. So next time, or maybe for St. Patrick's Day we'll try.
They won't last that long.
No, they won't. It says you need to use them by February 24th. So
at the latest, of Valentine's Day clover.
I feel like mint chocolate is very like
Christmas.
Yeah, very
Winter
holiday
vibes.
So I think maybe our next stream we'll do some like more holiday. I have some other things that are holiday-ish to taste.
Oh my goodness, we're a little early for the holidays.
Well, they're not all Christmas.
You gotta give Thanksgiving its
What
due
about
respect.
pumpkin? That's what I'm saying, like pumpkin spice.
Oh, okay, so more like autumnal.
Yeah, but
Sure.
we've got some things, so maybe we can try some of those.
We'll see, because I also bought a bunch of chips, and it's really hard for me not to eat them in my snack cabinet.
Well, we can do that next. We can do the chips.
Or I could just eat them and then pretend
Also,
like
remember,
I don't know.
like a couple weeks ago, I bought all of those like flavoring seasonings.
Yeah, we got streams for days.
We've got to eat my seasonings so that I can have popcorn properly.
I was thinking maybe we could combine a like gaming stream with like a couple chippies and then give chippy reviews. They wouldn't be able to see them, or maybe could do it in the loading time of Overwatch, you know, but that would be a good way to like not have to do a stream just about chips. I thought that wouldn't be a delightful stream, but I just want to eat them. That's the moral. I want to eat them sooner than that.
Yeah, remember how I was like, is this going to be enough content for an hour and a half? And it's now been
it's
almost
3
3 hours.
Yeah, I do remember. I don't know why you keep underestimating how much we can chatter.
I mean, I did add the creamers. And
yeah, which took like half an hour in themselves. Oh, how's your sparkling water coming?
My sparkling...
It's way more fun to have a commenter.
Oh,
this was
man.
so exciting. You're like our first legit commenter that we didn't know.
I mean, and who also wasn't a troll.
Yeah, well, sure, yeah.
That was the magical combination.
Those I don't love.
Yeah. We have some, like, half trolls, too. Where
Sure,
they're, like,
that's
sometimes
true.
trolly
Okay.
and sometimes
I did
not.
forget about person.
But the question was, earlier toward the beginning, like 30 minutes into the stream, I put one of our gummies, our little gummy fangs, into my liquid death, and we were wondering how it fared. And the answer is, it is completely gone.
Oh, there is an itty bitty chunk there.
Okay, this is a minuscule chunk.
It's like one tiny tooth.
I was gonna say
out of the whole
one
thing.
fang.
I don't know that it's a whole thing. Well, maybe yeah, that might be a thing.
We're gonna fish it out and see if I can even get an object. Oh, it's kind of stuck to the bottom. That's probably why.
That's silly. We should allow that comment. I didn't realize it was flagging it.
Yeah, I have some really strict things set up right now for my comments since we have to self-mod. It's kind of annoying. Actually, Bryce is there too, but she is studying for a test. So anyway. Okay, we've got this much left of the fang. It's like, it won't even register.
There.
Like, it's technically there, almost nothing. And I just ate it.
How was it?
To get rid of the evidence. It was delicious. I have to say, these were really...
The fangs I really loved. The gummies I loved.
I enjoyed the candy corn just because, candy corn.
Sure.
Can't go wrong.
I think...
But I have to say,
the gummies might have been my favorite.
I'm really glad we had the liquid death, and I really, really want to brush my teeth, really badly.
Yeah, I want to eat, a head of broccoli or some celery.
Yeah. Andrew made a big pot of beans.
Ooh.
Oh, you can have some if you want. Something just non-sugary as a bite out the door.
I also meant to bring containers to steal some of that ice cream.
I have some for you.
Excellent.
So I'll do that. We can do that after the stream. So I guess that's the stream for today.
Yeah.
Today is what? Thursday?
Thursday.
And I'll be playing some Halloween Overwatch to get those skins on Mediocre Gaming, if you're interested in that kind of thing. On Sunday and possibly Monday with you if you're interested. I really still want to play Apex. I kind of want to push for us playing Apex on Monday.
But the skins.
Shit. Okay, we'll play Overwatch. We'll do Apex after. Okay, we can do that later. And then next Thursday... Oh, you're getting your COVID booster.
I'm getting my COVID booster.
When?
2 or 3. I can't remember.
So... there will be time to do a stream after that, or no?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so... 2 of 3 people who I've talked to have said they didn't feel diddly poop with their booster. And one said, worst one yet. So...
For me, my second shot, but I had the Moderna, not the one that you have, so not the what was it called? The J&J? Yeah, okay. So, I don't know.
I'm getting Moderna for my booster.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I read an article, very small sample size, that said people who got J&J with a J&J booster had 4 times better immunity. People J&J Pfizer had 15 times better immunity. And people who got the J&J and Moderna had 76 times. What? Anyway, I don't know if it counts as a small sample size, and science stuff. But if I'm gonna risk it, I'm gonna risk it with the good one.
All right. Well, we'll figure out a time. Sounds like they said the booster is a half dose. All right.
Maybe that's why it's not affecting people as much.
My second shot though was, I think, worse than my first one.
It's supposed to be, because your immune system was at first it was what? And then the second one is we gonna...
As we've established, my body is a little pathetic sometimes, so I'm not surprised. This shocks no one. Okay, so we'll be streaming again. No shortage of vegan food on Thursday. Next Thursday, and possibly a little later in the day. Later than we started at 2:30 today, so we started good and early because we knew we had to do a lot. Also, I got off of work early, so that was nice. But maybe we'll aim for 3:30 or 4. I'll check my work schedule.
A little early, but not too late, or a little late, but not too late, because I'm scared if it does go south. I don't want to be here streaming and then be like, but I feel like crap.
Yeah, well, okay.
What did
Sounds
you just
good.
eat?
I'm just like slowly eating candy corn.
Too much sugar. Alright.
Alright, well, that's the stream for today. Thank you everyone for joining us and everyone who's rewatching on the replay. Thanks for joining us today. And anytime you have vegan questions, we're here and happy to answer them. Oh yeah, we got.
What if we just continue gabbing until you're off of work?
Yeah, when does she get off of work?
I think regular time.
Like 5?
I know. I was like, we should start at 2:30 instead of 2 so that East Coast people are off of work in time. And then I was like, what about most of the rest of the US who will definitely still be working? But whatever, we just talk long enough that it's fine.
It's a work in progress, but if you have opinions on our schedule, we will definitely take those into account. We have to take into account the fact that
I have an early bedtime.
Girl gets sleepy, and we chat a lot, so. Okay. Bye, guys!
Bye.
Thanks for joining, and we are out!